You, hey you. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Are you tired of the same old podcasts with the same old panels and the same old rhetoric? So am I. So come spend time with me, where you can have a laugh, be entertained, and learn something. I'm your host, Nova, and welcome to School of Thought. Class is in session. Ho, ho, ho. School of Thought is telling you happy holidays and Merry Christmas. I am your host, NovaStar. Let me take a sip of water because my mouth is dry. My allergies are kicking in. I'm having bipolar weather over here up in Texas. Yeehaw. How y'all doing today? Let's see how many people are piling into the chat. We got a few. It's good to see you all. We've got Ronan Travels. We've got Sean, my good buddy and finance guy. Sean, when are we going to be doing another stream together about finance, huh? Honey, huh? Anyways, a lot has been going on. As you can see, I have one of my mics back, my SMDB, whatever, 7dB, excuse me. I'm waiting for the cord for that one, and then we'll see if that sucker is broken or not. And I have my PC back, and I have a new camera. You can see me better. Can you see my makeup? Don't I look cute tonight? How do you like my festive outfit in commemoration of the holidays? Yes. I'm letting it all hang out tonight. Well, you know, I'm going to be covering things of the Crucible, and they all think they're Puritans, LARPing Puritans. And so I want to make all the Puritans upset. Will this do it? All natural, boys. Yes, I could feed a village if I had to, but I'm not going to. Where's the drum roll for that one? Spittle Buggy, we love you. I'm glad to see you here. You're here kind of. No, you ain't late, honey. You ain't late. Shadow, tis the season. Yes, honey. Abso-freaking-lutely. Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la 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 la. Yes. And then, oh yeah, look in the private chat. Oh, okay. I will look in the private chat. I shall look. Okay, what's going on? Am I missing something? No, that's not going to happen. Anyways, moving on. We're going to be covering lots of stuff today. If you're tuning in with me, I want to thank you and appreciate you spending the time with me. We're going to be looking at the Andrew Tate fight. We'll be looking at the Jake Paul paid to win fight or paid to lose fight. I'm sure he'll end his career after this. You know, I've been in the industry long enough to know when there's a setup. So he's going to be making his swift exit stage left after this one. His jaw was completely dislocated, broken. You can see his teeth hanging out. He's going to lose them teeth probably too. Was it worth it? I don't know. First tip, gentlemen. My old man started dabbling in boxing. But as he said, he had too soft of skin. So when he would get hit, he would just cut right open and bleed like a stuck hog, right? But yes, of course, he taught me how to do a few moves in boxing. So I'm not a total slouch in that department. I do love boxing, by the way. Boxing, guns, making money. Oh, yes. The list goes on. Logical Spark, I am so glad you are here. Welcome, and welcome some more. Motorboat. Yes. You know, when I had my kid, I breastfed for 2 years. They're still looking pretty damn good after that. And I can tell he's going to be a tit man. So without much more ado, let's take a little look-see at my friend and her issues that have been going on, long-standing issues, Sara the Raging Tomato, with Andrew Wilson at the Crucible. Why there has to be drama? Well, without drama, there's no action. There's nothing to talk about, right? So we got to give a little bit of drama to make everybody happy. Ain't that right? Whoopsie, I clicked the wrong one. Let's get it started. Hey, by the way, mic check. Is my mic sounding good? Is my sound okay? Also, do I need to turn down the background music? Anyone? Let me know. Because if it's too loud, I don't want it overpowering the stream. Let's go.
So essentially what happened
What? Oops. Here we go. Boom. Got to make a dramatic.
All of this has been blackened out
appearance.
because it's all nude.
It's all nude. I saw the picture. It is not nude at all. It's a typical industry shot. It's very cabaret, actually, shall we say?
So essentially what happened is, here's the sequence of events.
Sure, Andrew. Stick up that finger. Let's fabricate some more stuff. Let's go, Wilson.
Sara says, I secretly
have a crush on Sara.
Trying to get rid of all these Crucible people because they're destroying my entire show and platform. This evil Crucible is doing that.
Now, she didn't really say that. Okay, I've been involved somewhat in this debacle, and she never actually really said that. She said it was kind of getting overwhelming, you know, and then as things progressed, then she was like, you know what, it's about time to get rid of these people. But let's at least quote people accurately. But, you know, much like the DNC, nothing that they say is ever accurate. It's all fabricated. And so, you know, you could catch them dead bang with something and they would still say, I never said that.
Yeah.
Good job.
There's a falling out. All those people leave. She then claims that the Crucible destroyed her life and livelihood.
I don't remember her claiming that.
Even though she secretly wanted to get rid of us the entire time by her own admission. And now, because she got this terrible advice from the people who were around her, in this case, Powder Dusty and other conspiracy nutcases, have told her, this is what they told her, not kidding you.
Yes,
they told this stupid broad, and she actually believed it, that the reason all this happened is because she was on the up and up, and she was on a rocket ship to the moon, and Andrew saw that and just couldn't take it. Name
calling within the first, how many minutes has it been? 1 minute already name calling. Let's count down how many more name callings.
And so he had to cut the legs out from under her. That's literally what these crazy people believe. So now after,
you know, Mr. Wilson, I know a few things about a few things. I know a few people about, and you're kind of non persona grata, honey. But we'll pretend. We'll pretend.
Right after she wants to get rid of us, but at the same time secretly wants to keep all of you as pay pigs. She's now taken to hooking on the internet.
He said she's hooking on the internet and pay pigs. You mean the same pay pigs that you're fighting for, right? Right? You want all the men simps, right? You want all her simps too. It's a bit rainbow.
She's now taken to online where she's going to sell her nudes using.
Sara, are you watching? Do you have your OF link? I'm more than happy to promote it if you have one. Wink. Sure. Let's make this way more dramatic and blow it more out of proportion than you guys already do.
Clothing. That's clearly a ripoff of my logo. So she turned to online.
ECP90, welcome in. Glad to have you.
Essentially online. Driven to online.
What is he saying? Is he using the prawn word?
Because she wanted to get rid of you and you left. Therefore, you destroyed her life.
Yes, he is totally still talking about Sara. And we're going to cover that because I know a thing about a thing or two tonight. And any man who keeps going on about something and is talking about the condition of which a single woman is leading her life, well, one might say there might be a thing going on there. Is that right, Wilson? You got a little crush going on?
Not only did I decide that I was going to bastardize his logo, make it obvious it's a bastardization of his logo, which is highly illegal, by the way.
No, it's not, honey. More lies, more fabrications. Legally, as long as I change, unless they've changed the laws, about 10% of your logo, I can do damn well whatever the hell I want to, including Mickey Mouse.
And trademarked. But I'm also going to make sure that I do it the most provocative and risque way possible by shooting myself nude inside of it, only wearing this thing.
Do you like it, Wilson?
That'll teach him.
All your Puritan fans, I'm here just for you.
You have 250K subs. She has 15K subs. Why do you care? Shut your mouth. Shut up. Stop trying to tell me that when people are constantly attacking me that I'm not allowed to say anything.
Who's attacking you? And by the way, honey, considering you are so rough around the edges with the media and you have literally no class about you at all, once you step foot into this arena, your whole private life is up for the picking. You don't get a say anymore, honey. Haven't you noticed how it works? Good old-fashioned journalism.
About it because I'm just too big. I already did the bigger thing. I already tried to just walk away and not say anything.
ECP says, I'm not sure exactly about copyright laws, but I'd assume a parody of Crucible is cuckable would be fine. Yes, sir, it is. And I'm an artist and I work with other artists and I work with other people who've been in the industry. As long as we change anywhere between 10 to 20% of whatever said image, we can do whatever we want to it. Whether we, make you bending over, accepting gifts from a rear direction, doesn't matter. I can do it.
Anything, not do anything, just go along my merry little way. But guess what? All these people understand is they don't understand that. They only understand when you hit them.
Time Man,
they
good to have you, my friend.
I don't know what the is.
Time Man is so cool. Last year he bought me this really cool Wonder Woman statue. I still have it. We made a little video with it, and as soon as we get our all-togethers together, I'm gonna have a little commercial. Oops, I'm gonna have a little commercial with it, moving around, whipping that whip just like I do.
What's wrong with them, or what's wrong inside of their brains?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but they demand it. They just like push you and push you and push you, and then you finally hit them, and they're like, "Oh God, why would you do that?"
Well, okay. Why do you keep going after a single woman who's already groveled and apologized? I mean, in my opinion, she didn't have to apologize for anything, but yet she did. So why do you keep coming and talking about her and going after it? And now you're so upset that she's doing a cabaret pose on a chair and he's got it all blurred out, like they just got done doing to Trump with all of those pageant girls blurring out their faces, trying to make it look like they're underage when they're well into their 20s. Those types of techniques, please. She's sitting there on a chair with a jacket on. You don't see anything. You see some leg. You see some thigh meat. She's looking good. What's the problem? Puritan bullshit.
What'd you do that for? I didn't even do anything. There's a lot of people, dude. A lot of people. They thought it was fashionable to attack me. What happened is people are really stupid. And they think because a bunch of troll TikTokers and downfall creators decided to run with an out of context hit piece about me that Andrew Wilson was finished. So stupid, dumbest people on planet Earth.
Everybody's dumb and everybody's stupid but him, right? Isn't that always how it is?
Not only did that not happen, the opposite, in fact, happened. It grew like crazy because of it. And that's what usually happens when you have trivial controversies. They're trivial.
Controversy is publicity, good or bad, baby. Enjoy the wave. Just like me talking about you, Wilson, it's still publicity, good or bad. It's working in your favor. I'm getting your name in somebody else's eyes, in front of their face, in their mouth, your name possibly, or other or other things. But it's still good. So what's the bitch about? Front, front, front.
Nobody else gets their 15 minutes, and it lasts exactly that long, 15 minutes.
I'm so glad you've made it.
Because of that, they became very emboldened.
This is bitch behavior.
You could just...
Amen. It is bitch behavior. But as you continue to watch, I think you're going to start seeing something. I see.
Do whatever you want to them. Yeah. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you're going to find that the Crucible is quite good at defending itself and quite apt at doing so. A few more of Lunatic Sara as she explains why it is that she hates the Crucible so much and wants them all out of her life, while at the same time claiming that they ruined her life for leaving. It's like what these crazy...
That fake fucking laugh. And that's right. That's right. And my channel is called School of Thought, Wilson. THOT. Let's get it straight. Play on words. Yes, I am a preacher's daughter. Yes, I've done modeling. Yes, I've been in the industry before. And I'm here to celebrate the season. Greetings. And I'm working the media in my favor by being dressed in a slightly provocative manner, which is pretty typical. I'm showing more than, let's say, Sara is. However, I have more to show, not on purpose, mind you. This is actually an extra large, and the rest of it is loose, but this part ain't. But it's on me, and it doesn't bother me, and I'm good with it. So what's the problem? You got something going. You got a thing for Sara Wilson. Is that what's going on? What are you going to say about me?
Crazy broads do with men. Oh my God, I hated him so much. I couldn't wait for him to leave. But he took his money with him. I guess the rumor she was a stripper is not such a rumor.
From what I've heard, she makes more than enough money. She makes more than enough money without you. And she's upticking in the algorithms again.
Eyes.
You literally opened the door. All you did was just open the door for me to get new people on. And what does that do for the show? It keeps it fresh, honey bun. Again, like I said, you liberated me, you moron.
Let's watch again, shall we? As our drunken blonde online.
Okay, you want to talk about a drinking problem? What about you? You're always intoxicated. I mean, one time when I first hit up on his channel, I had no idea who anybody was. I was not even in the scope of the YouTube land, okay? And I heard him start yelling at Rachel. Is that how she says her name? Is it Rachel? Rachel, right? He started yelling, "Woman, get me that drink I told you to get." And he forgot to mute himself, and then he hit his mute afterward. Yes, I was there for that one.
Are engaging now an online friend has some words of wisdom for yours truly.
You literally opened the door. All you did was just open the door for me to get new people on.
Then shouldn't you be thanking me? No, instead
That's
I
a
get
great
you ruined my life
question.
and are attacking my children. Now,
When did she ever attack his children? How is, right, and ruin
take these
lives,
nudes.
yes.
Why no word war I got in late?
He's still
Because
talking about
words
them
are
nudes.
hard.
Did you see he's still talking about these nudes? He's talking about these nudes. He likes it. You like it. You like blondes anyway. Shut up.
And I don't feel like having a war with them.
I'm not blonde.
She
and I'm okay
she lives
with
on
it.
Instagram now. Only 3 viewers. Yeah, live on Instagram. No shock there.
And what does that do for the show? It keeps it fresh, honey bun. Again, like I said, you liberated me, you moron.
Liberated. First of all, a very interesting choice of words. Liberation from what? What were you being liberated from?
All of the fake LARPing Puritans who were taking over inside of her chat, harassing other people like myself who would go on there. You need to cover up more, which makes me want to cover up less, actually. You know, if I could get away with wearing pasties just to piss you off, I probably would.
What was the liberation about? I'm not
Uncle
your boyfriend.
Guns.
What's the liberation from?
Welcoming in the best
What
mod
were you being
on
liberated
YouTube land.
from? The oppression of going into my DMs and begging me to come on for debates? I've been liberated from what? From begging him to come near me. That's why I was liberated from begging him to come and be near me.
Well, you sure didn't seem to have a problem using her as a moderator for all your rainbow debates. now he's going to go over to a drug addict and use him instead. Gee, birds of a feather?
Liberated from that. She wanted to start by capitalizing on the old drama with Alex and Ashley. Again, another instance of people going into a space and talking smack about yours truly and me just walking away from both of them. That actually worked out just fine because Alex is a man.
But I'm not going to say his name because I don't want anybody to look him up. I don't want to help him out. The half Portuguese, half indigenous Canadian Indian wonder.
Because Alex is a man, he said, okay, if you want to walk away, I'll walk away too. That's the end of that. Look at that. Can you imagine?
Now, mind you, when I say that, there's no problem with any of those things. But he likes to say he's half Jamaican black, but he ain't. He's half indigenous Indian. I know somebody who knows somebody.
Could you even imagine? Alex didn't even take off his clothes to own me. Alex didn't even take any of his clothing items off in order to teach me a valuable lesson about.
Oh my God. More coming from a guy who can't get away from Pomona in the gangsta life over there in the Inland Empire of California, talking to another native Californian who finally left that area. You have to understand how to work the media, honey. You lack the finesse. Okay? You don't have what it takes with the finesse and the fortitude. You talk, you're rude. Sure, you're a shock jock, but if you don't know how to work the other end of it, you're only going to get, I'd say about this far. Your 15 minutes that you talk about other people, you're going to have your 15 minutes.
Not working with him anymore. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, she writes me this big, long paragraph, and then she says, I'm obviously taking a neutral stance, but I think it'd be really helpful if I had all three of you on to work out, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, I don't have any interest in this. That was it. Okay, then we get it again. This time in April, she contacts me. Hey, Andrew, hope you're doing well, and congrats on 50K.
The machine lies. Yes, it does lie. Absolutely. Welcome in. We're glad to have you. ECP says the constant drinking and smoking is a bad look for most people, but especially someone who claims to be a strict Christian. Yes, and an orthodoxy one at that. Smoking, drinking, cursing, hanging out with half nude broads on the whatever channel, whatever podcast in Santa Barbara somewhere, where everybody that I know won't even touch you. There's not one autograph for sale about you anywhere. Nothing authenticated. Excuse me. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. So nothing has been authenticated. Nothing is going on. There's nothing about you. Nobody's really that interested in you. I can't imagine why. I wonder if those alt-right politics are really that attractive to sell.
To host a debate on my channel now that it's gaining momentum, and we all know you're my favorite blood sport debater in the sphere based on your recent interactions. I would love for you to see you debate based.
Well, you can find many things out about this wonderful gentleman from Brittany Venti and also Tree of Logic, which I'm not going to talk about right now. Right now, we're just going to take a little look at what he is constantly going after Sara about. And any man who's constantly doing that and critiquing how another woman is dressed, that means he likes what he sees.
Historical, would you have any interest in formally
tell me I'm wrong,
out with
change
him
my
on my
mind.
channel? And I said, nope. Fair enough. I can respect that. Would you be interested in just doing a 1v1 interview with me then? That's fine. Awesome. Would you be available? Blah, 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 blah. And I said, that's too far out to schedule. Right? I just kept it very short and sweet with this chick. You know?
Yes, that is absolutely true. He says that Christians can drink within reason, but smoking and excessive alcohol is a sin. Well, there's a lot of things that are a sin, also including sowing discord among the brethren, which God says 6 things doth I hate. Yes, 7 is an abomination. So you see what's going on with that. We're sowing discord among the Christians, among men and women in their marriages. We're doing discord among other people around here. You know, and all for naught. What is the gain out of this? Is this all staged? Is this all fabricated? Is it all real? I don't know, but he keeps LARPing on about it. And it's been my experience, anyone who has so much to say about how everybody else lives, they're projecting usually. It usually means they've got a whole bunch of shit in their own life.
It's very short and sweet, and it's always her, just over and over and over again. Hey, Andrew, are you going to be doing this team debate?
He goes,
Good
who does this
morning,
guy think he is? He's like, I do that shit.
Andrew, I hope you're doing well. Would you be interested in jumping in the hot seat for a debate? You know?
Yeah, why not?
Someone dropped out of a panel tonight, Andrew, with Jim Bob. Would you be interested in coming on? Oh, okay. So here's the first time Sara the Tomato, who desperately wanted to get rid of me because I was such an evil, nefarious person, such an evil guy who was ruining everything on her show, just ruined it after all, and she couldn't wait to get away. He says,
You have a point there, Spittle says. Smoking public space is meant for God is the actual sin, by the way. Yes, that is a good point. Also, doing anything because you have freedoms, but you cause your other brother to stumble because they don't have that same freedom is also a sin. We can continue on that conversation, can't we?
These are just my observations. You've obviously been doing a lot of right things to get where you are now. This only applies to your debates. Let your mods open the show intro and take the lead. It creates a weird power dynamic if one of the debaters is running the show, but it will also help create 3 characters on screen and not just 2. The one thing your debates are missing is a Vanna White. I wonder who she wanted the Vanna White to be. Your chat is a sausage fest, but so is the screen. Find 2 or 3 females to host or mod your debates, or maybe find one solid female to lock in. Torsia comes to mind, but I think her host.
I know Torsia. Torsia could have handled it also. But she's not wrong. Sarah's not wrong. It is a sausage fest, especially when you're hanging out with all the red pill and the manosphere, and all of those guys are in the closet. Gee, I'm starting to notice a theme going on here. So the cuckable, absolutely. I think the name for you now fits.
And speaking techniques would need a tweak, meaning she's offering herself for this position that she made up.
Really, Spittle? I am
also
intrigued.
Open doors to more female
We are going to talk
debates
more
because you'll appear more trusting with another female on screen. Marketing 101. Women are good eye candy.
Women bring the men. Like it or not, women bring the men. They also bring the crowds. They also get the crowds prepped. I used to do it for a living. I would walk into a place, I would get paid, and I promoted because I was a professional dancer, and I got the crowd pumped and ready for the next part of the show.
I said, what's with the 20 questions? Perhaps now is a good time to reinforce with you a few boundaries. Yes, I'm a kind man, and
Yes,
I don't mind building up content creators who help me in turn. Yes, I'm happy to call on you to be a mod from time to time if I need you. I'm not interested in any friendship or any interpersonal dynamic with you, though, or any real level of, quote, comfort.
Did that hurt his ego? Is that why we're reading private chats in between? Like, this is like industry stuff. Like, it's just networking. Why do you care?
I'm not interested in feedback or suggestions and didn't ask for any. And while I'm sure this comes from a good place, for me, these are distractions. In short, mind your
bare minimum. Welcome in. Goodness, all of a sudden, I am in the mood for some milk. Milk does a body good.
own business. End quote. In short, mind your own business. I'd like to apologize for yesterday. I got really excited when my creative mode starts moving.
Fake laugh. Fake
Mind
laugh.
your own business. Does it look like I need your help, lady?
Yeah, it never was a tomato problem. I'm telling.
Well, I mean, you must need some kind of help because it's a constant sausage gay fest over there where you're at. And the only broad who's ever around is the broad nobody likes, by the way. And she's quite unattractive. Trippy says, motorboat emojis for the lady. As soon as I have the ability to have memberships, I will make little tiny motorboat emojis that you could all drop into the chat. Won't that be fun? I think that'll be hilarious.
Telling you, we had the most fun chill streams here ever.
Ah, yes. But also, at the same time, let us not forget the important aspect here, which is, quote, if you know about the drama, then you know the Crucible crew stripped this ripe tomato of everything and left behind this one single jacket. I thought we were the problem. How can the problem strip you of everything?
Well, I don't know. As soon as you go tell people to unsub, I mean, that's a problem. But it's so nice that I'm quick and fast editors make your videos go private. Edit that out so it conveniently looks exactly the way that you want it to look, you know, like the DNC does. And now the alt-right is catching on to these things. And then here we go. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Everything starts looking like it's slanted in one direction. But it's really not. Not at all.
by simply leaving. Now, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but usually if my problems just get up and walk out the door, I would be a happy guy. I would be a very happy man if it was the case that my problems just got up and left and didn't bother me anymore.
Well, she lost over what, 6,000, 7,000 subs within less than what, 10 days, 2 weeks ish, give or take. So yeah, it kind of hit her a little bit, but that's okay. People will always climb back. If you're good enough, you'll always climb back up. There's an old term in the industry, especially with us musicians, which is cream always rises to the top.
Could you imagine that? Oh, what a wonderful day that would be. All your problems just get up and leave. How the is it that your problems get up and leave, and then you say your problems took all of your things with them? The wine coolers are doing a lot of heavy lifting for her streams, huh? Yeah, no.
Yeah, she will get them back. And yes, she's climbing back up in the algorithm. She had over 1,000 viewers the other day. And, part of the things that she's very good at is she understands, also having industry experience, that it's networking is key 101. Okay. None of this, oh, you're a woman, I don't want to work with you. Oh, because if that's the case, then you're missing out then more than half of the world's demographic that you could be targeting. You see how that works? When you want to just cater to one sector, you're missing out on all of the money and the proceeds and everything else that goes along with that other sector that you want to exclude, because you seem to think only men are important because you're what? Gay secretly? I don't know what your problem is, but you're pretty weird.
At least be like me when you're drunk and be funny. At least be funny when you're drunk. I tie one on stream sometimes, but I'm hilarious. Let's be real.
I don't find him all that funny.
Yeah, it never was a tomato problem. I'm telling you,
He thinks he's funny. Is there any Andrew Wilson people who actually watch him? Do you guys think he's hilarious? I've watched him a little here and there. I've often not found him overtly funny. Occasionally the insults that he swings, I suppose, on Piers Morgan here and there are kind of funny. But for the most part, I don't find him all that funny. I have friends who are much funnier than he is.
had the most fun chill streams
Thank
here
you. You made my point.
ever.
So your problems get up and walk out the door, but at the same time,
Yes,
you
you're funny.
blame all of
Sometimes
your problems
also.
on getting up and walking out the door. No accountability.
No
whatsoever.
accountability whatsoever.
It's
Nobody
both
takes accountability.
Everybody else's fault, but at the same time, all of those other people needed to leave. And by the way, they're also the only people who are worth talking about, because they're the only people who can incentivize anybody to send her any money by talking about.
Crazy. And like,
These are all manosphere talking points that women take no accountability. However, the men who do all of the other issues, they aren't taking any accountability. I don't mean you men watching me. I'm talking about these guys. They go around LARPing that they're being attacked and offended, and they're more afraid and offended than the women are. Excuse me, that's some female feminine energy going on there, isn't it? Wouldn't you call that pretty feminine for a guy who's supposed to be masculine, right?
blood sport stuff. So we just, I rolled with it and I was like, all right, how could we?
She rolled with it.
You're
It was her
absolutely correct.
idea. She constantly wanted me on.
She is way
What is she
cooler
talking
now.
about? What are these crazy people talking about?
Crazy people.
My show sucks and I'm an idiot. I don't know how to do anything. Help me, please. I'm just a poor woman. Help me. All right, we'll give you a hand.
What a day, you bastard. You misogynist. You and your people are awful. I hate all of you.
You just begged me to help you.
Yeah, not like that. Not like that. Not.
Well, I mean, you called her everything, but you called her everything but under the sun, but white or straight or good or anything. You've called her all kinds of names. So at that point, I would say tell you to fuck off too.
No, not like that.
Cool as a cucumber. It's just, I don't like confrontation. And I think the main reason why,
Because you're terrible at it. Because you're terrible at it. Because out of
she's a
all
woman.
of this, what you came away
You're
with.
terrible because you're a woman. You're terrible at everything because you're a woman. You're a woman. You're a woman. You're a woman. Like that's a negative. I'm a woman. I think it's great. I think it's great being a woman. Do I get any special anythings? No, I don't. I've worked my ass off my whole life to get everything that I've got. But the point is, I don't take for granted any of those things, but I still like being a broad. I like putting on makeup. I like looking cute and feminine. So what's your fucking problem? I can have all the same opinions and I can do all the same things that you can do, looking like a moron on national TV, just like you. Hi, how you doing?
With instead of being able to take a single shred of personal accountability for the people who literally granted you your entire existence online, entire audience, helped you with all of your funding, opened up every opportunity you could ever imagine. And
it all
some,
came
instead
from
of taking
you.
A single shred of
All of it.
responsibility. Instead, you came up with a revenge plot to put your lewds on the internet.
You want her to bow down and kiss your feet and unzip your zipper or something? What is your problem? You gave her everything, right? It was all you. You gave her the keys to the kingdom. Oh, bullshit fucking shit. I knew her before then. I knew her before your fat ass was coming around who can't open pickle jars. Even I can open a pickle jar. Thank you.
And I think the main reason why is, like, I don't want to make you look stupid. The main reason why is, like, I don't want to make
Wilson, the one thing she's got that you don't got that will put her over the top of you if she really wants to go that route, she's a woman and she's more attractive than you, honey. And she knows how to network and she can finesse and move about. But you stick to this whole misogyny of women suck, women stink, stay away from the broads, blah, 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 blah. And your associations to other questionable individuals are going to keep coming up. And it might actually bite you in the ass.
Make you look stupid.
Don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. Here's a few more clips for you.
Wow.
Look, I got nothing bad to say about anyone, but you guys are missing a lot of facts.
Yes, you were missing a lot of facts.
Yes.
And the facts that you...
Yes, remember the count on Sesame Street? 1, 2, This is what he reminds me of.
You missed was that she only gave you one side of the story. You didn't know what the history there was, or the fact she was written a golden ticket, knew she was written a golden ticket, attacked the guy spearheading the project within, a day or two, few days, whatever it was. She had a golden ticket, she blew it because she's stupid. She's a stupid broad, demonstrated by getting back at me by selling her ass on the internet.
Whoa. Did you guys catch that? Getting back at me by selling her ass on the internet. Did you hear that? That's a little... Let's play it again.
Written a golden ticket, knew she was written a golden ticket, attacked the guy spearheading the project within, a day or two, few days, whatever it was. She had a golden ticket, she blew it because she's stupid. She's a stupid broad, demonstrated by getting back at me by selling her ass on the internet.
That sounds like some personal investment there, doesn't it? Getting back at him by selling her ass on the internet. Was that your ass that she's selling on the internet? I thought she was single, personally. You're married, aren't you? What do you give a shit for?
Selling her ass on the internet.
You know, it's so funny because Jim Bob had complained about his open panel session the other night. He did a little rant about it on his show the next day or whatever.
Yeah, nobody liked any of her moderation. They thought it sucked.
You're lying. He's lying there. People do like her moderation. And he liked her moderation until whatever happened. Right? Right.
No wonder if she's cool as a cucumber in her photos. Oh, it's wild.
Complaining like it's just trash and a dumpster fire. But the weird thing was as soon as he left, the panel was perfectly fine, and we all had a great, an actual discussion on the...
It was Jim Bob's fault. See, everybody who makes a complaint about what's going on with Sara is actually that person's fault. If you complain or you have some sort of issue, you have some sort of problem, That's actually Sara.
That's a good point. He says homeless girls and meth heads are easy and cheap if you want to buy some ass. What is the going rate for that, by the way? Do you know what the going rate is these days? Is it 20 bills?
Fault, or not Sarah's fault. It's the other guy's fault. In this case, it's always Jim Bob's fault. It's Rob's fault. It's Andrew's fault.
Haphazard musicians. I'm a bass player, by the way. I'm still a great singer. What the hell happened between them both? That's my point. Very much personally invested, isn't he?
Fault. Andrew did Smoky Man bad, right? Comedian guy bad, right? Guy bad. Everyone bad. Only Sara good. Sara good. Jim Bob was the only human being there who was in any way, shape, or form entertaining. When he left, there was probably just elongated moments of complete dead silence. Where they just...
Okay, well, anybody who runs to the defense of other men because they were getting giggled at by a woman, okay, because they got reminded of being in high school and they wanted to bang those girls and those girls would turn around and laugh at them because they're total dweebs and dorks. Okay. Yeah. Then, you know, there's something wrong with you that you feel the necessity to go rescue and white knight for another dude. And then all those dudes go and attack a broad like her for giggling and whatever the case may be. Like it's a bit much, right? That used to be called in the industry, the good old boys club, when they all band together and try to take a woman down. Yes. What do they call that? Hunters and conquerors of lions and small, tiny women. Yes, small, tiny women.
Just stared at each other because none of them have anything intelligent or useful to say about anything ever. A bunch of low IQ dunderheads. I don't know why they stream. They're not good at it.
MK Ultra. Yes. Spittlebuggy goes, School of Thought. Why? He talk like he's her pimp and pissed he's not getting his tax. Yeah, sure is, ain't he?
I don't know why they have decided to take this path. None of them are good at it.
I am very
interpersonal
decent.
Relationships. They're terrible at maintaining
I'm not great.
Relationships
I'm
at all.
decent. Meaning I haven't played professionally since my hand surgery. And that was 6 years ago. But, you know, it's not like I can't do it, but I've been doing other things called being like a mom. So that's what's been going on.
At doing streams. They're terrible at content creation. They're terrible at maintaining audience liaisons. They're terrible at everything they do.
Yes. Okay.
It's always the next guy's fault. And they're just such unscrupulous liars about
It should
the things
make you.
that they say.
You want to see how terrible she is at everything she does? You should check her out at Sara the Raging Tomato, and drop in and say hello. She'll be more than welcome to have you there, and you can get on panel if you want to, and you can pay to get other people knocked off of the panel. Isn't that fun? Haphazard says, in my opinion, Sara always seemed cool as AF. Yes, she's very cool as AF.
Just unscrupulous about it, 100%. This chick literally pretends like the Crucible just came and landed in her lap.
Oh my God. It just keeps going on and on. Unscrupulous, like unscrupulous slander of another person that you say you have no interest in. Right? That's unscrupulous, isn't it? I would say so.
One day and, interjected themselves on her perfectly, rocket ship growing channel. In fact, the opposite is true. She literally begged for us to come in, begged and begged and begged and begged and begged and begged. And then once we leave, says that she had a secret plot to remove us anyway. I had a secret plot to remove everybody from the Crucible anyhow. I just wanted to continue to collect on their cash in the interim time. So because... you are a larger channel. And of course, another channel is going to want to work with a larger channel and make you part of that whole networking sequence of people that they are working with, which helps you, which helps them. And for the record, without the chum in the water, which is us smaller channels, which I will also grow, you have nothing to fucking eat. Okay? If you have nothing to devour and make fun of and pick and poke, then all you're doing is
you're tailoring towards whatever the media is presenting. What is it, Epstein and Diddy, and we've got some politics, like the healthcare and all. What are you going to do? You're going to stream that 24/7? No, you want smaller channels to go and devour and make fun of and pick and prod. And that is what keeps you fed and keeps things going for you, because without that, you got nothing. It's dead out there. That's why the media is turning to smaller channels and influencers, because the media is dead. Period.
They're not allowing me to do that anymore. They are actually attacking my kids. Crazy.
Interesting.
I know some things. I'm not going to cover it today. Check out Tree of Logic. Check out Brittany Ventney on the subject. You'll find out a whole lot about this individual's character and his many wives and his many possible baby mamas also. Not just the one he tied on to.
Incredibly interesting theory.
But I leave that to you for
And you
now.
notice
Stay tuned. I might dip
panels,
into it.
Our open panels have actually been very mild, and we're actually able to talk to each other. Nobody's spurging.
Nobody's there. Yeah, I'm sure they are mild. Nobody's there.
Nobody's
Really?
quitting, nobody's yelling.
Really? Would you mind emailing me and maybe we could have a little conversation behind the scenes? Let me know.
I don't.
Yeah, it's hard for people to yell when you don't have anybody there.
This fake laugh is really
Nobody's
annoying.
yelling in my house right now.
He's
Pretty-
spending more than half of his time in his commentary doing his fake laugh, trying to play things off. I hope this is all fabricated. And if it is, then I guess he's working the media. But he still has no class. He still has no finesse. And it's going to bite him in the ass because not a whole lot of people want him around. He just got turned away from, what was that award show that they were doing? That debate thing? He got turned away right along with the guy from Fresh and Fit. So,
Anybody in your house right now? Well, no. Well, yeah, that tends to make it quiet, doesn't it?
I think this was a tomato problem, my friends.
Yes, it does. I call it my little Frankenfinger. I have a giant scar from here to here. It's huge. The doctor was shocked though. I regained probably 95% function, but it kind of was pretty depressing. So I just didn't pick up my 5-string anymore. I was like, it's one of those things. It's a mental block.
Nick F was right. No e-girls ever. Yeah, not even once.
Joshua,
the people who said they're not.
Joshua, welcome in. He says, good evening. And then he says, Andrew Wilson acts like a scorned ex-girlfriend every day. Mm-hmm. He sure does. Why is that, Andrew? What's going on with you? Do you need some kind of medication to help keep you consistent? Are you depressed? Are you bipolar? One can only surmise.
Not coming back to my panel, have not come back to my panel, and yet our panels have been great.
And the other thing, why do you dress this way, Andrew? You dress like you're I don't know, a lumberjack or something. What's with this horrible plaid that's going on? If you're going to be in the media, honey, you got to snazz it up a little bit. We're not saying go out and get a facelift or any of that stuff, but you really should work on your wardrobe a bit because it's really fucking drab and you look like a slob.
They have. That's really weird. I thought, quote,
thank you, my
the
dear.
Crucible crew stripped this
The
ripe
back looks
tomato of
pretty good,
everything
too.
and left behind this
But
one single jacket.
I can't do that on screen.
Thought the panels are doing great. What are you talking about? I can't figure this out. I'm super confused.
What are you confused
And
about?
actually discussions. And we're actually having fun.
We're actually having fun. But wait, just when you thought it was done, never done. The cope never stops.
Just when you were done, it never stops, and your cope keeps continuing on, like a bad bender. You know what a bender is, don't you, Wilson? I'm sure you do.
Insanity never stops from these.
We
people.
want the back.
Walking contradiction machines.
Later
That's
on,
when I
stay
noticed a
tuned.
big change When Rob quit, I'm guessing you're saying, I'm sorry, I am 10 minutes behind still, but I think the biggest change from Rob came when he quit his job. But I think that there's a pressure. I think there's a pressure, and I think he's not sleeping, and that will make you crash out.
I am streaming to Kick right now, believe it or not, and to X. More fake laugh. More coke. Yes.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really do.
That's when I noticed a big change. When Rob quit, I'm guessing you're saying, I'm sorry, I am 10 minutes behind still, but I think the biggest change from Rob came when he quit his job. But I think that there's a pressure. I think there's a pressure, and I think he's not sleeping, and that will make you crash out.
I see.
Well, go better and laughing my ass off from Joshua. Indeed. Lots of cope going on. We don't have to discuss Rob Noor at the moment. However, Rob Noor is now getting on to his payroll. So Andrew is now taking Rob on to his payroll. So those donos must be pretty good rolling in, right? Those sponsors. Oh, hell yeah. If anybody wants to donate, you can use this link right here to PayPal, or you can use your phone and use that cute little barcode that I don't particularly like, the duck and stuff in the middle, but there it is and it works. And all of the proceeds that you will be giving me will be going towards paying off what I owe left on my system that I'm now using right now. Hence why I had not really been streaming. The lag was horrific. Nothing was working.
Well, I didn't know that Rob quit his job.
Yes, you did.
I could have sworn that Rob just got a different job working for me.
Oh, there we go.
Where I paid him more than he was making at his previous job. So how would that have created pressure for Rob? Can somebody explain this contradiction to me? Rob is experiencing a lot of pressure as he quit his job to go work for me, where I paid him more than he was making.
Same for me
at his previous job. I also told Rob that I did not want to interfere with any of his content creation and sent many raids over to his channel. And so his channel also did extremely well and still does extremely well. He makes a lot of money on his channel because he's a good entertainer. And he's a great political commentator.
I've watched him. He's not that good. He's really not. But, you must like his boobs, right? You got a thing for chicks with big knockers?
True. I think he needed a boost of views because people didn't even know he existed. But once he got that, he's doing extremely well. I don't think that there was much pressure on Rob at all. In fact, I would say that in comparison to his previous job, this is a cakewalk for Rob Noor. A cakewalk. The immense pressure he felt in his previous job, way worse. Way worse than anything affecting him in streaming. You think he doesn't sleep now that he's streaming? You should have seen what he did before in elder care.
Same. I also only watch streams on YouTube because sometimes I forget.
Poor guy was up for 24 hours, 48-hour shifts. If Andrew and Rob ever have a falling out, sure we can expect Rob to sell pictures in nothing but Crucible tidy whities.
And foot pics like your wife. And you know what, Rob? I hope this will be a great time for you to focus on your health moving forward also. So if this job is a cakewalk, right, and you don't feel all that pressure, then now you can also focus on weight loss and getting healthy. So when you're breathing, you're no longer wheezing because that's part of the trifecta, my dear. That's no bueno, not good.
That'll teach me.
I don't know. I don't know, but that's a big mess to keep clean. I've got the clips of Andrew coming in and cleaning up messes every time. Every time.
White knighting for other men. I thought real men, masculine men, could handle their business. Well, you can't handle your business. You got to have your other man step in and take care of you. Rainbow.
Mater Nation.
He's got the clips. These people always think that having somebody's back means that you're cleaning up their mess. This is how they're warped.
My friend, yes, reach out. He goes, yes, I will attempt to reach out. I am premiering a brutal review of Andrew's recent debate with a transhumanist this week. I would love to jump in on there with you. Or we can collab on this side. We can collab either way. Let me know.
Brains work. And by that, I mean they don't work at all. They honestly think that if you're in the trenches with somebody and you're willing to get their back and help them, and when people go after them, you're going to get their back. And when they march off to war, you're going to bring your army with you too. Right? That's how that works. They think, in their crazy ass mind, they think that that's cleaning up a mess. Because they just don't, they have no concept or understanding of loyalty at all. They just did, it's a complete.
My kick is Star Nova 2026. 1R, same thing. Star Nova 2026.
Completely foreign concept to these people. Two more clips here. Biggest cope you've ever seen.
No, this show made its way because of the panelists, and you were only one of like 500 of.
You're fixated on this woman. It's coming into the obsessive compulsive arena. It's almost stalkerish, to be quite frank. You're not in her bushes, peering through her windows, are you, Wilson? Going like this. What is she doing next?
Audience.
What is she doing with her body? Oh my God, what is she doing with her body now? Oh!
But this channel only became what it was.
Yes, Spittle.
To allow
Thank
you the opportunity to come here.
That is the ID for me on Kick. Thank you, Spittle. Yes, sir. Yes, drunk driver. Correct.
Because of those people like Beetle Babe, David Donnelly, Rachel's Ghost, Mazzy, Daniel.
Thumbs up. There we go. He got me.
I literally don't know who any of those people are. None of them. Asked where I could get nudes live on X, and she deleted the chat and disappeared for like 10 minutes right after it appeared. Coincidence? I think not. Yes.
Who said that? I think you can still get it like on the mug or something, right? Trippy, isn't it available also on the mug, her picture, doing the standard cabaret pose? I mean, my God, maybe you should watch some like old musicals and stuff and some old movies and just see what they used to do with the old starlets of Hollywood. It's pretty standard. It's just 101.
What the? Wait, you mean to tell me politics and religion?
Oh, he goes, no, I don't think it's on the mug, but I think she made a poster. Well, that would be the smarter idea. So good job on that one, Sarah. I will be following you shortly, but I already had that plan in the works. I also discussed it with Torsia back in the day, but you know, poor Torsia, she was going through a lot, so she wasn't ready to go that route.
Didn't come up and are debated in religious and political topics. News to me. Yeah, that's crazy.
Welcome.
Well, let's make sure we got
Glad
this
to have
right.
you.
Right? Had nothing, her channel growth had nothing to do with us at the Crucible, even though we, quote, ruined her life.
It's not all because of you, Andrew. It's called collaboration. Each person brings something to the table, and you help each other grow and get exposure. Yes, use a larger channel with larger exposure helps bring extra people to the table, but it is not all hinging upon you, as she is still growing, as I am still growing, and I will continue to grow. God willing, and the creek's not rising, I will get her done.
We, quote, ruined her life. And it's going to be my fault. Somehow I know it's going to be my fault that she decided to put lewds out online using a bastardized version of my logo so that you knew she was speaking directly to me. Look at my naked body, Andrew. Look at my naked body, Andrew.
Oh, and you are, baby. You are looking, and you are looking hard. Haphazard says, so are Andrew and her beefing, or are they just finished with each other? That's the question, isn't it? Right? From a gentleman, and I use the term loosely, gentleman. If you're going to be a masculine man, honey, a gentleman goes with the territory. But what would you know, being from Pomona, California, with your gangbanger days, right? I would say, if you are not interested in a lady and you don't care what she's doing, you don't keep coming back and circulating and making comments. And you're so jealous that she's showing her body that you don't want her showing because did it belong to you? Was there something going on, or did she deny you? That's the question. Did she deny you? I don't know. Let's find out.
Drew, what a sick person.
Look at me naked. Look, are you looking? Do you see this? Huh?
Who the told her that would be a good idea?
You're seeing it here. Now do you see what I see? Do you hear what I hear? What was that song from Christmas? Do you see what I see? Yes. Let's see. What did you just say? Come over from YouTube. Hey, you. I'm glad that you've made it. And does Andrew's wife know about his tiny peen? I don't know anything about his peen. I don't want to know anything about his peen. Rachel can deal with that, and the fact that he does not also lick schniz, I guess, because that's degrading to a real man, or at least a real homosexual man. Did I say that? I'm sorry.
I believe that things happen for a very good reason. I'm a big follower of like decisions and things that happen.
Oh,
Are you a big follower of decisions? Yeah. And what about things that happen? Did you catch the things that happen? Hang on.
Things that happen.
Oh,
and things
I
that
believe
we're
that
acting.
things happen.
We're exercising our acting chops here. Oh, did you hear that? Rachel, did you hear that in the background? Oh, whatever. Get over yourself. Let's see. He says, haphazard musician says, Sarah is cute and all, but let her show what she wants. Well, she's single. So I thought. So what single broad can't show what they want to show? Like, I'm showing some stuff, but I also keep it kind of like tame. You think this isn't tame? There's more here, honey. I'm an H cup. There's a lot more here. And yeah, they're heavy as hell. No, they're not fake. And I'm still within the. You think it's not modest because I'm not wearing, head to toe. Like, what do they call that? A burqa? But there's way more here that I could be showing, but I'm not. So, the old standard rule used to be, if you show more cleavage, you show a little less leg, right? Or if you show less leg, you're a little more conservative on the top. So I kind of stick to that old fashioned standard.
Yeah, well, you have to be a big follower of decisions and things that happen. So thank you for following decisions and things that happen, honey. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I thought you pretty much followed her, honey. But let's see. Hold on. I can't see you very well right now. Where did I put my 4 eyes? Hold on a second. Hold on. You said what? Chaos. Wait, Chaos Queen says, seems like he's telling on himself, in my opinion. Usually that's what happens. If you listen to someone long enough, they always tell on themselves. And another old thing that my old man taught me years ago, you let people talk and let them do whatever they want and give them as much rope as they can handle. And then at the end of it, they hang themselves. You don't have to do anything.
Sorry that my apparently secret online ex-wife is going crazy and sending me lewds. Sorry about that. My bad.
Dummy thick dots. Star gonna make a poster that MFer would sell. Yes, that is my goal. Yes, and I was taking some little quick pictures late last night. None of those have a filter, by the way. I don't use filters, but maybe my executive producer will say maybe we should throw a filter on there, but we'll find out. But those are just last night at about 4 a.m. on my way to bed. I was like, throw it on, take a few shots, see how it goes. And it got you here. See, good old-fashioned media tactics. It freaking works, doesn't it? I'm glad you're here, dummy. And I'm also glad this other individual on Kick, I can't say your name, honey, Patina something. Well, I'm glad you're here.
Not weird at all. It's not crazy at all. This
Revenge
is the
of
other
the
problem
drunk
with
driver.
working with women. They uniquely make everything sexual as quickly as they possibly can.
Actually, technically, considering I was raised around all men and been mostly engrossed in all men industries. This is no offense to you, gentlemen, but mostly men make things more sexual than women. Now, when a woman is in the midst of a bunch of men and they're already being oogled and I fucked all over the place, sometimes we'll do that to go along with it, to seem like we're not too much of a square. Some women will go overboard with it, and then you have broads like me. I'm here. I'm an entertainer. I'm putting on a show. I'm doing commentary. I'm making comments that I think Andrew is secretly in love with Sara, the Raging Tomato. Start the rumor. It started here first.
They sexualize everything that they possibly can, which is why I'm always very direct and very concise and very short-winded with them in any working capacity, which now I'll just never have another working capacity with a woman ever.
Did you hear that? He will never do this again. Andrew, you can pretend to be flirty. You can pretend to go along with some things and have absolutely no interest. And that's also what they call in the industry, let's do lunch, right? It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't have to mean something. And if it means something to you, there's something more going on with you, okay? Are you afraid of women? Are you afraid of heterosexual relationships with a woman? What about schniz, Andrew? Do you or do you not take care of Rachel in the bedroom? Let's find out.
I'm just never going to ever again. And I don't care what the project is. I don't care how big it is. I don't care how many millions of dollars are involved.
Is that what Rachel says? She doesn't care how big it is? What?
I'm not doing it. Never again.
What? What do you mean, Revenge of the Drunk Driver? What did I miss? Andrew Wilson fears Ben Thorpe. Really? Inquiring minds want to know. Hustlem is, I'm afraid of some women. You know what? So am I. Rightly so. It's okay. Just walk away.
Sexualize everything, dude. And by the way, the more uncomfortable it makes you, the more they sexualize it.
John, welcome in. I know
reversed,
that.
If I was
I've seen you before. Are you from Torsh's chat? I know that face. I know that icon. I've seen you. I was one of Torsh's mods. So tell me, were you in Torsh's chat? Tell me, John. Okay. Let's see. What did he say? Oh, Spittle says, Andrew sounds like a valley girl. Was he the bottom even with women? He might be. He might have been.
Sexualizing everything. Oh, he's a creep. He's a this. He's a that. They can sexualize everything to the point where they pose in nude with your company logo. It's sick.
It's not sick. It's entertainment. Enjoy it, Andrew, because the 15 minutes may leave as quickly as it has came, okay? Enjoy the fact that somebody's name is in their mouth. Your name is in their mouth. Enjoy the fact that you are getting some play out there. Uncle Gunn says, jingle the jungy bells, tip the delightful dancer. I will appreciate it, and everything that you give me will go towards only new equipment. I do not take vacations. Okay, I really don't. I am kind of a homebody when I'm not doing materials or recording or art or other things. I am kind of a homebody. So it will go to nothing else but those things. And I will be very appreciative because I'm short on do-re-mi. This fixing of this new system, which I still owe the guy, by the way. Yeah, I still owe him several $100. No bueno, no fun. But he was kind enough to let me, do it on... do it on a little bit of credit. So thank you to him. Is Torsia still around? I haven't seen her in months. She's been taking some time off. Her mother passed away. And she's had a couple other things going on, but hopefully she will be back. I'm going to actually give her a call tomorrow. I'm going to call her house. I'm going to ask her daddy. We're going to have a little conversation. I'm going to try and get her on my show, and I'm going to try and get her geared back up and back into business. So stay tuned, boys. The Tits crew will be coming to a show near you. Uncle Gunn says, Torch has been busy, but we'll be back in 2026. Stay tuned for all. Yes, I'm going to find out all the dirty details. No, I'm just kidding. No dirty details. I'm just going to go talk to her and have a little girls chat, and we're going to see what's going on. I think she's probably done with being bored and probably wants to come back to the internet. It's always been my experience with her. Let's see. I didn't know that. I feel bad for her. Yes. Yes, I know, right? But Sara, she's doing fine. She is doing great, and it's going to be okay. Let's have a little intermediate with RFK, because as you will find out coming in 2026 with all the health episodes I have, all the interviews that I have coming, including my doctor with Dr. Deanna Windham from Whole Human Life, who is an integrative and anti-aging specialist. I have a particular thing about food. I have a particular thing about environment. Like, I don't mean like environmentalists. I mean like gardening and clean living, clean water, those types of things. So let's gear him up and see what he has to say, because people are kind of wondering what is going on. Why is the cost of just even say meat so stinking high? I mean, it's like, it's more than 30%, 35% higher than it used to be. I mean, even cheap cuts of beef. Like, I went to go make a pot roast the other day, and I make a slamming pot roast, and I use brandy, and I use Merlot. Honey, that's the French snob in me coming out right there. And just alone for just 3 pounds of shoulder, beef shoulder. It wasn't even grass-fed, okay? Yeah, I didn't do grass-fed this time. Don't corner me about it, all right? It wasn't in the budget. That alone was like $50 for 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds of some cheap ass shoulder just to make a damn pot roast, not including everything else it takes to meet it. And boy, was I irritated. I'm really tired of this. I'm getting ready to, I'm saving up to buy half of a cow, because that is the best way to do this. And let's hear what he has to say about this subject.
Here I am in Sherwood.
Whoops. My boob hit it. My boob hit it.
Sherwood
Sorry.
Island. There's a little woodchuck hall. Shirley Troubadour asked a question about why Gates and
Kai,
are being
I'm
allowed to buy up all the farm.
Kai, I'm actually wearing black leggings underneath this because I didn't want to get cold. So, I mean, it's just a little skirt. Maybe I'll stand up in a minute.
Farmland in our country. And I'm going to tell you something that I had an experience with. I spent many years,
They do.
about
Thank
20
you.
years, suing the factory farms, the big hog farms, and the big chicken producers like Tyson and Bo Pilgrim and Frank Perdue. But Smithfield Foods was the biggest pork producer. And Smithfield came into the state of North Carolina. They built a slaughterhouse that could process 30,000 pigs a day. And then they had a partner named Wendell Murphy, who was in the state Senate, and he passed 28 laws in the North Carolina State Senate making it illegal to sue a factory farm. He left and went into partnership with Smithfield, created a way to raise pigs instead of raising them on farms, to raise them in warehouses called Murphy 1100s. And they dropped the price of pork from 60 cents a pound to 2 cents a pound. It put out of business all 28,000 independent hog farmers in the state of North Carolina, and it replaced them with 2,200 factories, all of them either owned by Smithfield or contracted to Smithfield. The only farmers who could stay in business were farmers who signed that contract with Smithfield to mortgage their homes, to put those big hog sheds, the Murphy 1100s, on their property. And then they lose all control. They become serfs on their own land. Smithfield dictates all their farming practices. It gives them the food.
Isn't it interesting that all these foreign people coming from other countries coming over here and taking over our businesses and all of our housing? Isn't that interesting? But yet, if we were to go do that, we wouldn't be able to buy property and do some of the things that we would want to do in their country, because they have their legislation, they have their rules that we play by. But yet over here, it's a free for all. Isn't that diabolical? I think it is. Let's see. It says our beef has been super low over the past few years because of drought and cows dying off from fires and stuff. That is true. Also, forced slaughter. I mean, they've been walking onto other people's personal property, smaller farms, and then telling them, well, you don't fit regulation, or this animal appears to be sick and it's a lie. and then they execute all of their animals, and then they start putting them out of business also, and revoking their licenses and whatever else that they're doing. Dummy says, dummy thick thoughts. Is that me? The chemicals in our diet here is criminal. Nothing is safe. All the seeds are modified, so even organic or homegrown is not excluded. You're absolutely correct. If you can possibly get heirloom quality, that's the best way to go. You know, the FDA bought the term organic a couple of years ago, and I think it was during COVID. I think it was 3 years ago. I could be off a little bit, but they bought that term, and so they've been, using all the fine print and all the little tiny loopholes like they do in manufacturing. So like here, God, somebody's smoking some weed, man. It's some stinky stuff. And so like, sorry. So like, they've been, like in manufacturing, if everything is manufactured overseas, but at least 10% of it is assembled in the country, then they can slap on one of the titles, made in America. That's part of the loopholes, and that's part of what they're doing. Same concept, same principle.
Food, it delivers the piglets.
I hope you enjoy.
The grown animals and brings them to slaughter. They put out of business 28,000 farmers. And they control now 80% of the hog production in North Carolina. Because they dropped the price in North Carolina, Iowa had to adopt the same system, had to cave into Smithfield. They ended up taking control of 80% of the hog production in our country. Then they sold themselves to China. So now China owns all that hog production in America, and it controls our landscapes. And that's the end of Thomas Jefferson's vision of an American democracy rooted in tens of thousands of independent freeholds, each one owned by family farmers, each with a stake in our system of government. And that's why all of this industrial agriculture not only gives us substandard food, but they're also taking control of our landscapes, and that is a huge threat to American democracy. I hope you guys.
Yep. And there we go. Let me click that one off. And then I made, ECP asks, you made the pot roast with Chuck. Yes, I did. That's one of the standard cuts out of the 3 that you can make it with. And that was what was available and fairly priced, which was not fairly priced at all. It was still very expensive. Let's see. This individual, Revenge of the Drunk Drivers, smoking a little something something. I hope you enjoy. I'll say that again. Says even if it's processed in the USDA certified plant, it can be labeled made in the USA. See what I mean? Spittle. Farmers in California have lost full holdings in Fresno because one cow had Are you serious? And I was living close to Fresno for a while. They had a whole bunch of, when I was moving up there, I saw a whole bunch of signs of where all the farmers were saying they took our water away and then they seized the land, and it's just sitting there. It's just dead dirt that it could be doing something, producing something, and it's just dry like a tumbleweed could go across it. California used to be one of the main growers for the rest of the country. Still today, Heinz and tomatoes, most of the tomatoes come from here towards you. Did you know this? Also lettuce from here towards all of you going into the East Coast. It comes from over here. And many, many more. And they've just systematically been shutting one down after another. Like California, before it was fully developed, like Torrance, Redondo, all those places used to be full of orange groves, including Anaheim, where Disneyland is. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't always just Florida and their oranges. California also. Like my people are so old, and my grandparents who raised me, they remember early California before there were all the roads that were developed. It was all just dirt. That's right. All right, now let's take a look at something from Valuetainment, because I like Patrick Bet-David. He amuses me, okay? From one entrepreneur to another. That's right. I've been in business and with a LLC and an S Corp, and since I was 22 years old. So me, myself, and I. That's right. So I know the drive. I know the investment. I know the heartache, the tears, and all of the hard work that never stops when you're self-employed. Let's look see. Clinton, you're a bad boy.
Epstein, drop Humberto if you don't mind sharing those pictures with
Yes,
the
ma'am.
rest
Orange
of us.
County.
Let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. Bill Clinton. It also says page 3. I don't think they're all page 3, but let me try to find it. Where are they? Bill Clinton, page 8. Okay. So let's take a look at this. So, Bill Clinton, Deputy Chief of Staff, lashed out at the White House after the Department of Justice released photos showing the former president shirtless in a hot tub and socializing with Jeffrey Epstein. Angela Urena accused the Trump administration of using Clinton as a distraction. In a statement posted to X, White House hasn't been hiding these files for months, only to dump them late on Friday to protect Bill Clinton. Urena wrote, this is about shielding themselves from what comes next.
Dummy Thick Thought says, and now Bayer owns that company. If that's not blatantly showing what all this was about, nothing is. You are absolutely correct, and I agree with you 100%. Before we continue on with Clinton, I want everyone to understand, as bad as the EU is now, right? As bad as things have went, they still have better quality food, okay? They don't use GMO'd wheat, flour, or any of that stuff over there. People who have gluten sensitivities can go over there and eat that stuff and have way less issues or no issues whatsoever, because original strains of wheat have only one protein, but all the GMOs have 2, double spike protein. Perforates the gut into the bloodstream, starts creating allergies and eventually autoimmune issues, Crohn's, you name it. All kinds of things start happening with that. They still have farmers markets on the daily where you can go there and get fresh vegetables and whatever they've got. And none of that has also been treated in pesticides or GMO'd. Gee, and RFK has been fighting tooth and nail for decades trying to get those things back over here. All right, back to the Clinton files.
Or from what they'll try and hide forever. Urania said Clinton belongs to a group of people who cut ties with Epstein before his crimes became public. He contrasted them with those who maintained relationship with the convicted sex offender afterward. We're in the first. No amount of stalling by people in the second group will change that, he wrote. Everyone, especially MAGA, expects answers.
They sure are, Spittle.
The DOJ released thousands of documents and hundreds of photos Friday as required by the Epstein Files Transparency Act. And President Trump signed the legislation on November 19th. These are some of the pictures. So what is that picture right there? Is that him in a bathtub?
I have not been on a good boat ride in quite some time.
Hot tub?
Unfortunately. And there's a girl.
There's a dirty joke there, but I'm going to leave it alone.
Assuming that's in that little black square that's tiny enough to fit there because you can't see the rest of her. That's unbothered. These guys with their silk, disgusting shirts.
Jeez.
You know, and I seen that photo on the bottom right, the unredacted photo. Allegedly, it was a girl that was one of the girls that would recruit and bring sex traffic these girls in. I forgot what her name was.
So, Vinny, what do we learn with everything that came out with Epstein?
The one thing that drove me nuts is not one Democrat. You notice that? Not one Democrat came out and denounced what Bill Clinton. Like, that is insane. I sent them a link. There's like 4,000 some photos.
What are these photos, by the way?
These are just, they just go into the house. Because, you know, when they came in, they investigated. They took photos of every single thing in the house. And the photos that we're seeing are photos that they grabbed.
This is which house?
This is in Epstein's house.
The Palm Beach house, or is this the
I think this
island?
is the island. I think this is the island, if I'm not mistaken.
They're mixed.
They're mixed. So
Yeah.
some
Little bit
here,
of both. Okay.
Some there. And I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some that I saw.
Past, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good evening to you also. And Merry Christmas.
That are like they blacked out the face of the girl. Jeffrey Epstein is with girls that are 8 years old.
Stop.
I'm not. There's no. The size of the human being in his arm was a child. Multiple.
Yes, the island mostly catered towards children, unfortunately, but they sell the public saying that it's all underage girls. They use the blanketed term of underage, even though they're describing children and younger. Okay. Now, Blair White had something. I couldn't even click it to watch it because I will get upset. I will legitimately get upset. Okay. And Blair White had something with babies, and it was like an instruction manual on the thumbnail, and it was all about Epstein. and basically what to do with children before you babies before you do things. Okay, we're dealing with a bunch of sick individuals, and if you think they'll do that to children and they won't do things to the public or anybody else, you are out of your freaking mind.
Okay, I didn't see it.
Please use the word allegedly, Vinny.
No, Adam, trust me. I'm going to show it to you when we're done. I don't even want to show them. It's just a little girl with him on an airplane. They blacked out her face, but it's the body of a child. It's not a midget. It's a child. Okay, let's not pretend that it's not. That's what he
Could
did.
have been somebody's kid.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we don't know.
Okay, multiple different size children in his arms. There was 3 of them that I saw.
Okay.
It could have been. Guess what? If you're letting your child hang out with Jeffrey
Go on that picture with Michael Jackson, by the way, because I'm seeing that everywhere. Bottom right there. Second one to keep going right there. Yeah, zoom in. So it's a picture of
Michael.
That looks
Michael,
like Diana
wow.
Ross back
yeah,
there.
but they said
Michael and Diana Ross. Oh,
those 3 were his kids because that picture is also public.
Yeah.
Can you type in Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, and Diana Ross in Google Images with kids? Type in Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, Epstein, and kids. And kids. Yeah. Go to images. There. Oh, right there in the middle. Yeah. Zoom in on that one.
Okay, so they blacked them out, which they didn't even need to black them out.
They didn't need to black them out. So that's his kids
On
that
the
are
plane
there with
going
Diana
God
Ross
knows
and Bill
where.
Clinton. Yeah, God knows where. Go back on the search you were in before, right there. What's the top left one? Go to the top left one. What's it say up top? Michael Jackson.
I do believe some of that has to do with St. Nicholas. Okay, there's other reasons and other traditions. I'm sure Coca-Cola had something to do with why Santa wears red and white, but I would imagine the historical and other cultures have more to do with that. However, the rest of that I do not know, but I'm being festive regardless. Okay, jingle bells, jingle bells. Batman smells, Robin lays an egg.
By Jonathan, the singer of Michael Jackson.
With his children.
With his
Oh, you're telling
children.
me a
Michael
joke.
Joseph Jackson Jr.
You stinker. You should have told me, front burner. Okay, so it's a joke. Why does Santa wear a red and white suit to represent coming during a Christmas period? That's disgusting. That is disgusting. Shame on you. It's kind of funny.
And Paris this. So it's important to look through all of them. But Vinny, please continue.
Yeah, no, and it's like okay, and
Yes,
besides,
you are
like,
correct.
just think about how serious and how I'm happy that it's leaking out. But Bill, like, how much more do we need to see about Bill Clinton? Let's really think about it. I know they're a president, immunity, untouchable. Besides all the sexual allegations, and remember when Trump during the debate where Hillary brought all them out, Juanita Broderick being one of them, which I have met. I met her at an event that we went to. Were we in New York? I met her, and she had one of the craziest stories about what he did to her, and she always gets emotional, even when she's telling me about it. Again, and I posted something about the guy, Mark Middleton. Remember the guy, the aide who signed Epstein on 7 times?
Humberto, can you send me that link?
I have no idea, Spittle. Spittle says Michael got hired. Epstein, I believe it was in the Wonderland Alien Nation. I don't know. I will have to look this up.
Well, go ahead. Keep going. 7 times.
Remember, Mark Middleton, guys, a Clinton White House aide, signed Jeffrey Epstein, and sometimes he had girls with him, to see Bill Clinton. This is the guy that in Arkansas was found hanged on a tree with an extension cord, shotgun blast to his chest. They ruled it a suicide, but guess what? They couldn't find the shotgun.
Or blood.
What
does that have to do with Epstein?
He signed him on to the White House. So what I'm saying is a relationship, especially with Bill Clinton, when something like that, when somebody knows too much, Adam, this is the Clinton body count that we always hear about. Imagine, it obviously clearly wasn't a suicide, but think of the power that these people have where they get to the law enforcement, the authorities, and they go, hey, listen, by the way, it was a suicide, but we don't have a shotgun. Shut the hell up. There's no murder weapon. Oh, okay. And by the way, have you ever tried this?
Straight Sith male high. Wait a minute. I know that icon. Vinny is based also. Hi and Merry Christmas. Hi and Merry Christmas to you.
How do you shotgun yourself to the chest? Anyway, what I'm saying
Good
is,
question.
This isn't going to go anywhere because Bill Clinton.
Was it a 22? Or wait, it's a 20, right? A shotty goes up to a 20 gauge, right? Nobody says was it a 20? Was it a 20? Was it lower than that?
is freaking untouchable. I just wish I tweeted, I wish I was a fly on the wall this weekend in the Clinton house just to hear what Hillary has to deal with this guy. But nothing. What's going to happen to Bill? What's going to happen?
Using your big toe would be a hell of an accomplishment. I've cocked those things. I have yet. Now that I have my shoulder injury, I have yet to shoot one with the shoulder injury. But before then, yeah, no, with your toe and the force, it probably would have bounced up and got you somewhere around the neck somewhere rather than stay right there. I would like to know how that person accomplished that.
Nothing. It's like these. I feel bad for the victims. How long have they been saying these people took advantage of us? They freaking raped us. They did this. They trafficked us. Can we
TOS? It's grape, not that.
have one arrest? Can we have one arrest? Oh, who's the Microsoft guy? Bill Gates. How many photos of Bill Gates with blacked out face of a really young looking person with his wife Melinda Gates saying one of the reasons she divorced Bill Gates was because of her relationship with that guy?
25 pictures.
Huh?
25.
25 pictures of Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, for people that are looking at this link that Humberto is using, if you want to get access to that link, the guy that built it, credit to you. We're going to put it in the PBD Podcast Circle, PBD Podcast Circle on Connect. Humberto, can you show the QR code of PBD Podcast Circle? I don't know if you have it or not. If you don't, if you just go to PBD Podcast Circle, I'm going to put that link in there for you guys to go through. It's got names broken down, so you don't have to waste a lot of time doing it. Somebody already did that themselves. It'll be in the PBD Podcast Circle. Phenomenal way this was broken down.
He took time, huh?
I wouldn't even. I just want to know what type of a shotgun it is. They're not even specifying the type of shotgun, because obviously, the higher the gauge, the higher the power, right? So it's going to be a little hard to do that with a toe. What did EPC say? Let's see. The higher the gauge number, the smaller the shotgun shell is. Correct. Clinton's daughter, let's see, Spittle says Clinton's daughter has stories, I believe. Yes. And so does some of the security guards for Gates, who was fired because they were reporting things going on with more underaged individuals and things getting on security. And yet all those security footage was getting deleted. This was years ago. It got hushed up real quick, fast and hurry. And then shortly after that, his wife filed for divorce.
The guy did it to save you thousands of hours. So the link is in PBD Podcast Circle. Just go look at it, search through it. But Brandon, where are you at with this?
Yeah, I don't think that we're gonna get anything
selfless
satisfying
plugging.
Because, it went to the highest level.
Patrick.
Like the DOJ was required by law to release everything by December 20th. They didn't do it. They redacted like 10% of the stuff that was in there. And I was wondering, like last night, once the DOJ defies a law, then what's the next level of accountability for that? Because the DOJ is the one that makes the laws and that holds people accountable. It's what the attorney general is responsible for that, and then it's just the president above the attorney general. So I guess the next layer above that's Congress. I saw Congress can technically sue.
Well, I mean, considering Congress is complicit with it, with the judicial system, so. The number one with a criminal ring is you always you always induct other people of like ilk, because that way, if one goes down, the whole pyramid goes down. Okay. So that's why they do it that way.
Do the DOJ. But so it's like, I think it's kind of run its course, and it sucks because I can't imagine how many people are like still being victimized by this and haven't gotten justice for it. But what the hell else is there to do? There's just things, I guess, that are too powerful to ever get an answer to.
Yeah, Adam, where are you at with this?
So thank God there's finally a grown-up in the room, and that grown-up is named Todd Blanche. If you can pull him up. He's the second highest ranking official in the DOJ. He's the Deputy Attorney General. He was just on MSNBC Meet the Press with Kristen Welker. And finally, there's a grown-up who's not buying into all the sensationalism that comes with Epstein. Now, of course, I'm not dismissing all the BS and ridiculousness and disgustingness that Epstein did. But finally, there's someone who's more worried about justice and the law than sensationalism and views and clicks. And he gave it in a very emphatic interview with Kristen Welker.
It should be about the law anyways, period. End of story.
And I'm grateful that he did. And his whole thing is yes, we do want to release names. We do want to release files. But we also, according to the law, need to protect the victims, because there's certain victims that don't want their name out there again.
Let's speed it up a little bit.
Okay, I don't know if you have that video, but He even called out.
Let's hear it first.
Is this the video? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Asked you about Ghislaine Maxwell, who was, of course, convicted in 2021 for her role in helping Jeffrey Epstein traffic his victims. In July, you interviewed her in Florida, where she was serving a 20-year sentence in federal prison. Just a week later, Maxwell was moved to a more permissive prison camp in Texas. Why was she moved just days after you interviewed her, Mr. Blanche?
So that's a Bureau of Prison Security issue that I will not talk about.
Did you have anything to do with it? Did you have anything to do with it?
Let me finish. First of all, I am responsible for the Bureau of Prisons. So every decision that they make lands on my desk to the extent it needs to. But just let me talk about the security issue. At the time that I met Miss Maxwell, there was a tremendous amount of scrutiny and publicity towards her. And the institution she was in, she was suffering numerous threats against her life. So the BOP is not only responsible for putting people in jail and making sure they stay in jail, but also for their safety. And so she was moved. She is in federal prison. She was in federal prison before. She's in federal prison now. She's doing 20 years because she was convicted. And the fact that she was moved, she might be moved to another institution tomorrow if security requires it. And that's true of
Spittle. It's about laws and reality not caring at this point. That's absolutely the truth. Amazing from Dummy. It's amazing the biggest stories involving the most powerful people get scrubbed or hushed up. Always has, always will. Since the inception of time, honey. That's always how it's worked.
any federal inmate across this country.
Unfortunately.
Well, you know,
the only clip you have?
Yeah, that didn't really make him look better the way you said.
Hold on. And Adam, you want to talk about trust? Do you know who Todd Blanche actually is and what he used to do? This was Donald Trump's former personal lawyer. That was Donald Trump's former personal lawyer. Okay. There is a relationship there where this guy goes and talks to Ghislaine, and all of a sudden she gets moved to another prison. But here's my one thing with you, Adam. I don't want to see victims. How about this? I don't need to see any of this. The DOJ, the Department of Justice, the FBI, whoever, they've seen all the unredacted. They've seen all the videos that Pam Bondi said were there, but then weren't there. So why no arrests? Why no arrests? If you have footage and you have proof that either Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, Reid Hoffman, Ehud Barak, anybody was with an underage girl, why hasn't one? Because you cannot be that naive, Adam. They were
too big to fail, right? Let's see. Spittle. Money gets shits done. Yes. Money, there's the only justice there really is for those who have money and can buy her. Remember, she's blinded. She's not supposed to be able to see the race or the color or the creed or any of that stuff. And she's got scales on both arms, right? Right? It's supposed to be fair across the board, but yet it's bought and sold. Justice is bought and sold.
Somebody did something wrong. Okay. She's in jail for 20 years for trafficking underage girls. Where were the Johns? Where were the dudes that were getting the girls? Not one arrest. This isn't some crazy, we're trying to connect dots. This isn't that game. They see everything and not one arrest. So going to his point, that means the powerful, rich elites are disgusting, sleeping with underage girls, call it pedophilia, call it whatever. Okay, whatever they are, maps. Okay, somebody should be going down. She's the only one in jail. So that should tell you that the people here are like,
Sarah's in the house. Remember, everyone, when I was covering this earlier, hi, Sarah. Remember to go sub to her right there at the Raging Tomato. She says, catching up from the beginning on 2 times, but sent you a little. Aw, thank you, Sarah. As you see, I got my mic back, honey, and I got a system that can actually handle what's going on. I'm ready to rock and roll. You let me know.
Shut up. And I'm not going to trust
you and Merry
this
Christmas,
guy either,
Sarah.
Todd Blanche. He's the loudest, coolest guy in the room. He has a relationship with the president. Okay, and I'm not saying nothing wrong about the president because from what I've seen, Trump liked hanging out with models when he was young. Oh my God. Throw him in prison for the rest of his life. No. It's the slick willies. It's the Bill Clinton. It's the Bill Gates.
I haven't heard the term slick willie since I was like a kid. Does anybody remember that? You know, everybody is complaining about the Epstein files not getting released and all of this and all of that and all of that shit. Well, let me tell you, if the corruption is all the way at the top and then it's trickling down, because that's how it works, they're not going to release all of that to all of you. Okay? Let me educate you on something. This is how it works. They don't have anything for blackmail if they do that. So if they're going to hold something over on somebody behind the scenes, which everything happens behind the scenes, you are never going to be privy of any of it, including in the entertainment industry. Okay, they are going to blackmail and extort each other behind the scenes, and if they release all of that to the public, they have no leverage worldwide. That is why this is happening.
All these people, Adam, I'm not saying, guess what? They fit the profile. Bill Gates' wife said it. I left him because of his relationship with a pedophile. What does that tell you? They were bowling together? No, that says something bigger. So I get your point, but it's not a valid one. Well, somebody should be in jail, Adam. Doesn't that bother you?
8,000 pages and nobody held accountable.
Yeah, okay, well, thank God attorneys and deputy generals don't need to respond to emotional men who want to see things.
That's such a go-to. That's your go-to. Okay. That's such a weak argument.
What's emotional?
It's a weak argument. What are you talking about,
Adam? Being angry and emotional.
No, I'm not being angry and emotional.
It's a crazy topic.
Deputy attorney general.
They're going to give you all the scrub down versions. It's the cleaned up versions, and then they're going to be doing deals and shenanigans behind the scenes. You know, that's just how it is. You're not going to be privy to it. Oh well, we'll have to get over it. Start focusing on other things, right? You know, like taking care of our kids. How about that? How about taking care of our families? How about we pay more attention to our kids and our families and what's going on within our lives and things that are within our control, and stop worrying about victim here and victim there. That's not going to help the victims. It actually puts them into more danger. Like, get on with our lives. I would love to see all of these sick weirdos, you know, hung. But, you know, the reality is what I want going to happen. What is what you want's going to happen? No, it's not going to happen.
Has to say.
Who cares,
too big to fail, baby.
I get that you
James
trust.
Comey.
I get that you
trust nobody. You trusted James
bottom.
Comey? He was an FBI director.
Okay,
you trust James
Comey? Let me
Comey?
throw you some tissues for
No,
a
it's
second.
unbelievable how you don't get
Free baby. He's in the house. Good to see you, honey. Merry Christmas.
it, Adam. You don't get it.
I'm talking calmly.
No, that
and
doesn't
rationally,
matter.
And
I have
using
to
what
yell
the
because I
deputy
get it.
attorney
Let me ask you a
general
question
is
that
saying.
So wait, so does it make sense though that nobody's name is mentioned? Does it make sense nobody's name is mentioned with 8,000 pages
So
released?
here's what I'll say is this. Why is this all coming up when Trump is the president? Didn't the Democrats have all access to all these documents?
We were pissed
for
about
4
them
years?
too.
They sure
So everyone's
did.
dependent on Trump, and you're like,
No.
hey, work for Trump. I don't trust him.
No.
Grow up, bro.
DOJ.
Grow up.
Department of Justice.
Okay, do you think Trump was responsible for this Epstein nonsense?
We didn't say that.
I did not
Okay.
say who said
All right,
that.
I
Adam.
get that you
But
want
at the
heads to
beginning-
roll.
No, of course
but
I
there's
do.
something called the justice system, and none of us are lawyers. So stop pretending you understand what's going on here. I'm just following the facts of the case. I don't have emotional involvement like you do. Okay, I would like to see justice done the right way. Okay, and Humberto, I'm not sure if you have the actual text from the documents. Not emotional, not teardrops, not Kleenex for you, Vinny. Actual,
I'm really
actual
emotional.
things, statements that were said in the documents. Do you have it?
By the way, while it's going up, I'm being logical, Adam.
The Attorney General shall make publicly available internal DOJ communications, including emails, memos, meeting notes concerning decisions to charge or not charge, investigate or decline to investigate.
Thank you again to Sara the Raging Tomato, the lovely lady who's being stalked. She gave me a dono. Thank you again, Sara. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Epstein or his associates. This is according to the Epstein Files Transparency Act, Section 2A.
Hell no, they were too busy dodging. Did you see all those celebrities start moving out of the country like Tom Hanks? There's some weird crap going on with good old Tomboy. Maybe I should put a stream of all the weirdo crap that's going on with celebrities. I think that could be some fun. Would that be fun for you all? Let me know in the comments below.
Humberto, do you have any of this stuff that I text you? Okay. Second, no record should be withheld, delayed, or redacted on the basis of embarrassment, reputational harm, or political sensitivity, including to any government, official, public figure, or foreign dignitary. This is what it says in the files. Out of emotional involvement to what the DOJ is saying. So if you want to hold people accountable, great. But also follow what the law is saying.
Adam, what does the law? Adam,
I don't trust the law. I don't like the people that don't do what I say.
Adam,
Grow
you
up,
trusted
bro.
all these.
We're talking logic, though. I'm like, is it logical that they did this giant release that everybody's waiting for, where they're saying the vast majority of stuff was released, and they didn't mention one name of somebody who's a
How
perpetrator?
does this affect your life?
It doesn't.
That's not
We're
the
just having a
point.
conversation
I'm just
about
saying,
what is logical.
There's things that are important. There's things you can control. I have no control over this.
You know what affects my life? Healthcare. You know what affects my life the most? Immigration, which also impacts healthcare. You know what affects my life? The fact that the cost of food is through the freaking roof. You know what else affects my life? That everything starts at $100. Has anybody ever noticed everything starts at $100? $100 or $120, whether it's, me and my friend were talking about this yesterday, whether it's like a service or an item, everything starts at $100. And then everybody wonders why they're dirt ass poor at the end of the day.
Is it important? Sure.
Yep.
Am I hanging on every word like you are?
Adam, do you think I thought about this before this weekend?
I think
no.
you think about it way more than the average
Adam,
person.
guess what? You're wrong. I don't give two. Oh, you know when I care about it? Hold on.
Pretend
You know when I
that
care
this is
about
a
it?
massive thing
Hold
for
on.
you.
Hold on. I've
You've been
obviously
semi-obsessed with the Epstein
Can I
thing.
finish?
Go ahead.
I care about. I'm not
He's
obsessed
getting
with
all
anything. I have
emotional
one
about
obsession,
this.
Adam. I have one obsession, and you know what it is. This is an ongoing thing that drives me crazy because I'm not. It's not festering every day, but every time it comes up, we're getting shafted. Okay, and you talk about the law, Adam, as if we're supposed to trust.
As we're
people
supposed to follow
and
the law.
No,
And we're supposed to.
Honey, I would do half of my grocery shopping a month, and it used to be like $250. I'd get my butter in bulk, I'd get some other items in bulk, and it would float me. And then I would go get all my salad stuff or whatever, and probably half of my meat somewhere else. And you're right. It's like $350 for less than half of what I used to get. $350 every time for less than half of what I used to go to Costco for. It's ridiculous.
Understand the law.
Adam, see how
This is what I was
you're
talking
not letting
about
me.
here.
You're not letting me finish because you have a weak argument. You saying
Yes, like those things also.
My argument is very simple, and I'll give it to you right now.
I finish what I'm saying?
I trust the Attorney General, the Deputy Attorney General.
Dollar Tree is going to have to change their name to Two Bills. So it's one set Spittle Buggy. Dollar Tree is now a minimum of $1.75. So it's no longer $1. So they're going to have to change their name to reflect inflation. You heard it here first. Pay me. Pay me, Dollar Tree. The corporation needs to do some fresh takes.
Todd Blanche, more than crazy ass Vinny.
You trusted
That's my
Hillary Clinton.
That's my thing.
You trusted the FBI.
What does that have to do with
because you
anything?
trust the wrong people.
Vinny, you don't trust anybody, guy.
And guess what? I trust God. Who do you trust?
All right, well, maybe
Hold on.
God will come down
Adam,
and deal with this.
Adam, you can't.
Until then, I'll trust the
You can't be quiet
DOJ.
for 2 minutes. You know why I care, Adam? Because there is right now a 33-year-old girl, a 30-year-old girl, a 40-year-old girl that was raped by these guys, and you're like, Vinny's the law, and worrying about the law.
I'm just following what the Attorney General
Not one
saying,
name.
guy.
You trust Adam. Hold on 1 second. You trust Bill Clinton? What do you think Bill Clinton
the
was
Attorney
doing?
General for the 15th
I
freaking
don't
time.
give a damn.
Okay,
Dude, I'm asking
well, if you don't give a damn, the
I'm
conversation's
asking-
over.
I
You're
wanna-
an emotional
we wanna
little
move
man.
on.
I'm trying to tell you,
Does
this is what the
anybody
law
notice
says,
that he can't
and you
answer a
said,
question?
I don't care
You
about
can't
the
answer a
law.
question.
I'm a grown baby,
Do you think?
and I have emotions.
I want everybody to pay
Here's some
attention.
Kleenex.
When you don't have an argument and you don't have a point.
The argument
you
is
don't
I
have a
trust
point.
the government
Do you trust?
and the DOJ, not Vinny.
Oh my God! Do
Sorry
you think?
about that,
Do you
Pat.
think Bill?
I love watching men get into arguments. Especially emotional men get into arguments. It's entertaining. Come on, say it's entertaining. It's entertaining. There's nothing wrong with it.
Bill Clinton or Bill Gates?
Why
what
do you
guys
keep bringing
did
up Bill
anything?
Clinton?
I'm asking you because that's your boy. Do you think that they did anything?
Bro, you're half retarded
Who?
right now.
Which
What do you mean
one
that's
of
my
them?
boy?
It's pointless, Adam. It's so
You have no
pointless
argument. You're just
arguing.
yelling at the
Thank
moon.
you.
You have no points. You
Let's
have no
move on.
point.
There was a clip I saw of Jake Tapper.
It does. It does sound like a female radio show. That's why I chuckle. That's why I chuckle at it, because all the crap that dudes say about broads, it applies to them too. We're both human. Get over it. We're both emotional. Oh, well, it's okay. And it's kind of funny sometimes.
Showing 500 pages of literally all black. Okay, now, it's not names black. I don't know if you saw this or not. If you type in Jake Tapper, Epstein.
In fact, Jake texted me. Roll Connor's suing the DOJ because redactions.
Jake Tapper
are
text you?
Jake
Tapper's your boy?
The redactions
So
were against the
funny.
law as well. Epstein Act specifically.
He's yawning. He's saying it's boring. I kind of agree. I'm wondering when the rest of it goes.
lays out that if anything is redacted, it needed to be explicitly explained, and they didn't do it.
Yeah, right there. Go above, right there. Watch, play that clip. Watch this.
Yeah, the Justice Department released it's 100 pages. Right. That's what it looks like. I don't know if you can see. It's all.
Oh, yeah, I trust the government. Yeah.
Of redaction. That's the transparency we're getting here.
Yeah, so that's the part where.
And why didn't the Biden administration that was so obsessed with Epstein do anything here?
But by the way,
So everything's on Trump.
didn't say
Clearly
Trump.
didn't do anything.
Didn't even say his
let
name.
me say a
Didn't
couple
say his
thoughts
name
and then we'll move on. Let me say a couple thoughts. So to me, I love what Scott Jennings said. I love what Scott Jennings said about this. He said the best thing, they lost their shit. If you type in Scott Jennings Epstein, they lost their shit when Scott Jennings said this. And yeah, right there. That's the one. That's the
Sorry.
one. Let that lady go, and then Scott's gonna light her up. Watch this.
Women are more emotional. Well, I've been raised around mostly men, and I found that men are extremely emotional also. They're just emotional in different ways, and definitely more rage when they get upset. So, but that's the testosterone. I don't disagree with you, but both parties are very emotional, honey.
Doesn't it give more fodder for
It's a
the
human
conspiracies
trait,
that
and it's
exist?
okay.
I mean, they're not following the law.
Well, look, they've released how many documents tonight? 200,000? More? 400?
10% of that's
Okay,
about 5%, yeah.
so a good faith
If they say 10%, it's probably more like 2%. I don't believe them.
effort is being made to release files tonight.
Really?
They're obviously doing that. And I think as it relates to redactions, I mean, my impression is that there's a whole lot of names of victims in there and minors and other people that you probably wouldn't want to release, and they do need to be redacted.
Watch this.
Regarding
He's about
Bill
to go
Clinton,
on lights out.
I'm sorry to tell you, the reason that Bill Clinton's picture is in the Epstein files is because this has always been a story about Bill Clinton and not Donald Trump. We should call it the Clinton files, not the Epstein files. That's what we're learning tonight. This is the Clinton files.
you
This is the
call it-
blowing
so
up in the face of the Democrats over this.
Let's
It's Bill Clinton. This is a story about Democrats and Bill Clinton.
That's
And it's always been
there are
that.
pictures of Donald.
Okay, so there you have it. And I was
Slick
kind
Willie gets
you
around.
know, I had Morgan and Morgan here, the lawyer, the other day. Very
John Morgan?
phenomenal conversation.
Right.
We've been communicating back and forth. Funny guy. And he's friends with Bill. Right before coming on a podcast, he was with Bill for 5 hours. Of course, he's defending Bill. Like, Bill was never on the island. Bill was never this. There are friends that are defending friends. And I get that those types of things are happening. But the reality of it is, if the Democrats really wanted this thing to be public, dude, you've had a couple decades to drop this thing here. Go ahead and
hell
drop
yeah.
it now.
This has been an issue going on and pending since what, 2009, somewhere around there. They already knew this was coming down the pike. They've been prepared for it for a long time.
Simply want to know what the hell is going on. But I also know I've made my position. I'm not going to make that argument of why they're not doing it. And it is not a popular position when I say that. But I understand why they wouldn't do it, to be able to hold some people hostage so they can control for decades. And to them, they believe that's more valuable than others. And by the way, if they don't live by the same values that you do, that's where the conflict comes in. Okay, they're going to be like, nah, to us, it's a job. Transactional. To you, it's emotional.
Haphazard says, hope you all have a beautiful night. Star and chat, thanks for the entertainment and tea. And of course, the view. Thank you. And thank you for being here. Come and see me again sometime. Don't forget.
Well, it's important, kids. I respect both sides of the argument. For me, I have my own position, but that's what I think what they're doing was. The other night, my wife's hosting some of her friends over at the house with Bible study. Anyways, they're doing their thing. They're having their
Bible study. I had no clue.
Food. They're laughing. And I come in. There's like 20 cars in front of our house. My security freaks out. He's thinking something's going on. I said, no. I think there's something. I think Jen told me. And I forgot, obviously. I forget we had something. And I come in. This lady walks up to me. We start talking. Very nice lady. She says, oh, I see the shoes you're wearing. She says, are those the shoes you've worn 3,000 days in a row? She says, after hearing you talk about it, that you've been wearing it for so many days, I eventually bought one for my husband. So guess what, folks? You know what I'm wearing today?
3001.
Let me tell you. When I tell you.
Okay, if you're selling shoes, I'm clicking. Okay, you're done, Patrick. I'm not buying your shoes. All right. Let's listen to Joe talk about something that I enjoy. I enjoy boxing. Are you shocked? Are you shocked that this broad enjoys boxing? It should not be coming to really any surprise to you. I also used to get into fights when I was younger, so hey, that's what it is. So let's go. All right, Joe, let's hear your expert opinion, and then I'm going to chime in. And I've noticed many people don't even understand the terms like jab and stick, or an uppercut, or any of those things. Do you know what a jab and a stick is? I do. Does anyone know a proper defense stance? Does anyone? I do. My old man taught me.
Experience.
Look, that guy did great for someone who's been boxing for like less than a decade. He has had no real professional opponents other than Tommy Fury that were legitimate world-class boxers.
I don't even remember what happened in the Tommy.
He lost a close decision, but it was a good fight. It was a good fight, though. He's a good boxer. If he wasn't a YouTuber, people would be way more impressed with him.
Yeah.
The problem is he was like a famous kid, and then no one took him seriously.
Yeah.
But
and then he started too with like more spectacle-ish fights. People were like, "Oh, this is you." He fought, Nate Robinson, like a basketball player.
But the thing is, he knocked Nate Robinson
He knocked him
dead,
the fuck out.
and
yeah.
it's the way he did it that I was trying to tell people. I'm like, no, that was skillful. So like, there's like boxing matches where you see two guys just.
I saw Andrew Tate and Chris. I haven't eaten today. My stomach is grumbling now. Oh my goodness. I hope you can't hear that. Okay. Chris DeMoor fight. It looked like a hugging contest. It looked more like at each other. It's just like a slapping bitch fest is what it looked like. And then let's see. John says women can get both highly upset and cry and be highly emotional over the littlest thing, or can turn real effing evil. Okay, but I've also seen the same thing with dudes, and they get really evil and very destructive sometimes when they get very upset. It is a two-way street. We're both human. I won't disagree that I've also seen those things. I myself am pretty stoic, so I don't really show all my emotions. I can kind of go into the closet and cry by myself, sometimes. But hey, that's me. People are all different and all handle different things differently. It's just life.
Slugging it out. One guy lands a punch, and yeah, he landed a good punch. What Jake did is he slid back and landed a punch.
Yeah.
It's like the athleticism along with the intelligence, the technique. I'm like, he's not even doing it that long. And he's also hyper competitive, even though he's wealthy. Yeah. Like you would assume that wealth would take away your drive for competition.
I really wanted to get into MMA, I really did. But then when I started watching them, I was like, God, all they can do is throw a kick here and there. None of them know how to box. A lot of them, now more of them are coming in who have boxing skills. But before, man, none of them could box. I couldn't stand it. It was annoying and it was boring. And if I want to watch two guys grabbing each other and shoving each other's, face in each other's crotches wrestling match, like I'll just turn on WWF or something. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
He's also nuts, right? Just the fact that he's willing to fight the two-time heavyweight champion, former Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
A guy who's gigantic in his pride, built like a Greek god.
Yeah.
And you're going to stand, and he's a one-punch killer. And you're going to stand in front of that guy. And he avoided shots till the 6th round. He just started getting tired.
Yeah. His movement in that fight was crazy.
It was very good.
Yeah.
It was very good.
He was really keeping him moving around.
Jake Paul got knocked the F out. Yes, he did. And he deserved it. Retard can't even keep his mouth closed. You don't go into a fight and keep your mouth open. You hold on to your mouth guard. You keep your mouth closed for one reason only. They can dislocate your jaw. Like, come on. And this guy's supposed to have any training and he doesn't know the 101 basics. Number one, stand in defense. Keep your hands up. Always. First, last is always. I didn't see him ever put his head down to take a hit. No, I didn't see him do jack shit. He had his mouth open like a retard. Retard.
On the whole ring, and then
you can't afford to get tired. That's the thing is, like, he gets tired in a lot of his fights in the later rounds. You should really sort that out, because if he had a much bigger gas tank, like if he was training with like some of these elite world class strength and conditioning coaches and just worked on his cardio, he'd be beating way more guys.
You think so?
John says Andrew Tate can't fight. Internet tough guy. For Sana, laughing my ass off. Yeah, I couldn't see that very well. Yeah, I'm squinting. That's right. Well, Andrew Tate wants a payday. Jake Paul wants a payday. They all want a payday. Okay. And Andrew Tate, right in line with his casinos, was also promoting for an online casino. So, he's old. He's like 40 years old. He's 40 years old. He's a little out of shape. It is what it is. Chin to the chest. Abso-fucking-lutely. Self-made nose. Even I know that. That's right, boys. Keep your chin to the chest, down, hands up. There you go. A bitch just taught you something.
So
yeah, 100%. But it's
hands up.
What he's doing is learning how to box, and he's boxing and he's training hard for sure. But to get that world-class gas tank, you need like a Sam Calavita, you need like a Nick Curson, you need like these plyometrics experts that who got heart rate monitors on you, and they're checking when your recovery is ready and go.
Yeah.
And you're fucking yeah. You need guys monitoring your recovery, monitoring your heart rate variability, your VO2 max.
I couldn't believe
I don't know. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is doing that. But whatever it is, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah.
Because in so many of his fights, like the Nate Diaz fight, he gets tired in the later rounds. In the beginning, look, if that guy is only fighting 3 rounds, he's a fucking handful.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah.
He clocked Anthony Joshua. He did hit him with a big right hand.
He did.
Didn't have any effect.
Yeah.
Because he's, really, he weighed 216, but he doesn't even have abs right at 216. He could easily weigh.
I'm pulling up
190.
pictures
I'm
of
sure he
Jake
could make
Paul's
190.
broken.
Yeah. Anthony Joshua's
teeth
gigantic.
that he will probably be losing
He's so
after
big.
this.
He's so much bigger. So of course, like his punch that he knocks Tyron Woodley out cold with, Joshua just eats it.
Yeah.
Missy,
He's
no.
a giant.
Yeah.
He's a fucking giant man.
So big, dude.
He's so big.
I mean, I give Jake so much credit for stepping into that ring.
Bro, he got hit with a bomb,
Yeah.
a right hand bomb.
When he got hit with that too, I don't know if enough has been made of the fact that, I mean, it was absolutely devastating. But the fact that he had awareness immediately to go like he looked at the
he's
like, oh shit,
"Whoa."
like wow.
He goes,
It
"I got
wasn't like,
cracked."
yeah.
I think he went into that fight knowing that was probably going to happen,
yeah.
and ultimately, the big win for him would be that he was even willing to do it, and that he could do well for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then eventually just deal with the fact that Anthony Joshua is going to connect with a bomb,
Yeah.
and breaks his jaw in 2 places.
Yeah. And
He's fucked. His jaw's wired shut now. He lost teeth.
See, I mean, he made it to the 6th round.
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
They put your teeth back in when they pop out like that, or are they gone forever?
I don't know. But it's just wired shut for like 6 weeks now.
Yeah, you got to eat nothing but protein shakes.
Oh, I'm muted. Oopsie. My bad. Thank you for telling me. I said I did not actually watch this clip before I picked it, but I know when that happens, you lose your teeth. And he said, do they pop him back in or did he lose them? He lost them. They're gone.
Thanks. Bro.
Oof.
It's a crazy world. The thing is that I would hope that
I have some acquaintances who know people from the family members of the Gracie, and I'm hoping to get some of them on. Actually, working on it now. Thank you.
he recognizes is right now he's doing great, and he's only whatever he is, 28, I think.
Is he 28?
I think he is. How old is Jake Paul? He's young.
God damn.
And he's probably made 300 million plus in his boxing career. How old is Jake Paul?
He'll be 29 and
look at that. So he's 28 years old, 29 next month. Don't do this very long, because there's a price that you pay that is not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. And that price is depression, deep depression, a severe brain imbalance.
You're absolutely right, John. People are now taught that the only way to win a fight is to put somebody 6 feet under. When we were growing up, it was learn to fight, right? And that's how you squared something up. Whoever's the last dog standing won the fight, you know? And yes, I've been in a fight. Yes, I've had my nose broken twice. Once was a sucker punch. Ask me how the other guy looked.
That's going to lead you to addiction. It leads so many people to impulsive behavior. So many people become gambling addicts, drug addicts, alcoholics after their fighting career.
Yeah.
It's you could only take so much. And at a certain, like that one that he got from Joshua, say if you have like a punch card.
Spittle was a fighter too. I only fought in extreme featherweight under 120 class, but typically I only got fights with permission paperwork too, which is you have to do that legally. Fight 140 feather because not enough in class. That's sexy, Spittle. Your wife is a lucky broad.
You have like so many punches that you can get in your life, which I believe you do. I believe there's a certain number. That one was like 10 punches.
Yeah.
That was like,
yeah.
There was a lot of concussions in that one punch.
Sure.
That was real damage. Like if someone's breaking your jaw, the inside there's a lot of damage going on in there too.
Fuck yeah.
Sure is. And then brain damage. Is Jake Paul ready for the brain damage? Well, I saw him when he took that one hit and he went down. He went, whoa, like a total dork. Like he's, I'm a professional fighter, but yet I've never been hit like a professional. And when that guy clocked over at him and threw that right, it was a left. It was a right. He wasn't even used at full force. It was a good hit, but it wasn't full force. Imagine if it was a full force hit. Let's take a look at something. Let's go look, accept all cookies. Oh my God, my dog is scratching at my door now. Go away, Frenchie. Go sit down. Sorry, hold on. I'm not getting up to get her. Let's play this one. Rewind it back. Yes, we will.
A little reaction there out of Jake Paul, but when he gets caught with his hands down and his
mouth open, boom.
For that right hand, right
retard.
There. And whoa! He knew it right away. He said, "Woo!"
Typical stance, not full force. Professional though. There you go.
Hogan, but he's up on his feet. A little reaction there out of Jake Paul, but when he gets caught with his hands down and his chin served on.
These fucking influencers who think that they can just buy their titles and buy their way into everything. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. All these people are ruining our sports. They're ruining our politics. All these industry plants, they're really getting on my nerves. Yes, I'm annoyed.
On a platter for that right hand right there. And look at Jake Paul's face. He knew it right away. He said, woo! I know that's Ric Flair, and he came out not to Ric Flair. He came out to Hulk Hogan, but he's up.
Enjoy that? That turn you on there, Jake? Fuck him up. Revenge of the Drunk Driver says, fun fact, I used to direct live broadcasts for some local amateur kickboxing and MMA leagues. You know, Adonis Paul also used to be, what was it, Trippy? A promoter, but also he was in the ring, right? He was the announcer, wasn't he? See? Top kept dropping his hands. That's what I said. Hands up. Up. Chin down, eyes up. Learn to bob and weave, boys.
Up on his feet. A little reaction there.
Pick your move.
Jake Paul, but when he gets caught with his hands down and his chin served on a platter for that right.
He went in pure prey mode, prey defense mode. Did you see him? He's just like, oh, he's gonna take it. He's going to take. Did he get paid to take it? Does anybody think that jaw hit was written into the script, or do you all think this was live and in action? I want to know your opinions. Fixed, not fixed. Tell me in the chat.
Right hand right there. And look at Jake Paul's face. He knew it right away. He said, woo! I know that's Ric Flair, and he came out not to Ric Flair. He came out to Hulk Hogan, but he's.
Oh yeah, that is stressful.
Reaction there out of Jake Paul, but when he gets caught with his hands down and his chin served on a platter for that right hand right there.
I can feel that.
Paul's face. He knew it right away. He said, woo! I know that's Ric Flair, and he came out not to Ric Flair. He came out to Hulk Hogan, but he's up on his feet. A little reaction there out of Jake Paul, but when he gets caught with his hands down.
All right, it's repeating. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Actually, I also want to take a look at this picture of his jaw. Hold on, let me put that in here. I'm moving browsers around like a madman. Share the screen. Jake Paul's images of broken jaw. Did you guys see this? Does this make you go, ow? Can you feel the pain? I can feel the pain. Look at this. Oh! Look at this. Those teeth are gone, baby. Was it worth it? I don't know. 30 million? Probably. Just don't gamble it away, but I don't know. Look at him. Still making that stupid face. Rainbow. He's going to lose his front two teeth, too? Probably. Remember, gentlemen, keep your mouth shut before you take a blow in the face, okay? Because you're going to break your jaw. You're going to be losing some teeth. And the dentist is not cheap. Okay, the next one. Let's see. Ah, was that? Hey, where'd my other link go? Trippy, my other link is gone. Did I lose it? Let's have an intermission and watch this bitch I'd like to slap. Can I say that on air? That I'd like to slap this bitch? Watch this. Now, one thing that gets to me, and you have to know this about me, is I don't like people fucking around with kids. Okay? Don't fuck with kids. We don't got no problem. This is gross abuse of what parents should never be doing. All right? Watch this broad. And this is like all over the place all the time now.
What your lip look? Are you doing that, me? Do it regularly.
I'm not doing that.
Are you allergic to?
See that? From the nose around here. It's like when I went to the dentist the other day, whatever they gave me. Oh my gosh. The combination between the Novocaine mix. They keep changing up the mix in the Novocaine, by the way. And where they kept plugging me 6 times right here, my whole nose and my mouth swelled up. You see that little girl right here? She's allergic.
Why your lip look like that?
Why? Why you lip look like that?
Can you breathe?
Oh my God.
If you're allergic to
just carry a gun. Me too. What you allergic to?
What is he allergic to?
Really? Hi. You don't know what the kid is allergic. Look what the kid is eating. We have no brain cells and common sense. Where is the common sense? Somebody tell me. What am I, the last of the Mohicans of moms who give a shit? Like, come on.
He only allergic to peanuts.
Zampa, welcome in. It is good to see you on Kick, honey. Remember to like and subscribe. More is coming.
Once you can't breathe, let me know. Because I'm hungry.
Oh, now she's coughing. And this guy's saying, I'm hungry. I want to eat. I don't feel good, Mom. Please, big screen. If I go too big screen, you don't see me at all.
Are you doing
Here,
that
for 1 second. There you go.
I'm not doing that.
Are you allergic to?
Yeah, you're
Why
allergic.
your lip look like that? Can you breathe?
I've seen parents, instead of give their kids water doing athletics, they just give them juice. The level of stupid, it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And it makes me feel like these parents should be like a piñata and I should hold the stick. Okay? Whack, whack, whack. Yeah, exactly. Wow, what the fuck is this? I'm just showing some dumb broad who doesn't know how to take care of her kids. And it sounded like possibly the dad was also there saying, I just want to eat. And the kid is going, well, Mom, I need to go home and be seen. You need some Benadryl and probably a hospital. Now, I had another clip of the boxing thing I wanted to show you, but it's gone. I don't know what happened. So something is array. I will find it. But in the meantime, let's look at another, let's see, indecent broad in front of kids. This is really pissing me off. Like, look at this. Watch this. And on top of it, me and Trippy were listening to this chick to see what kind of music she's, if you can call it that. I use the term loosely. Rapper. She sucks. Her material blows ass. Yeah, I said that. You got my industry in the studio talking shit side is coming out. Look at this ugly broad. She's fucking ugly. Number one. Number two, this is a kid's premiere to SpongeBob. Do you see what she's wearing? Her entire ass is hanging out the backside of this dress. Like, I realize we have to maintain some part of an image, but you can have part of your image and still be appropriate to what it is that you cover up your fucking ass, chick. Look at this.
So Ice Spice attended the SpongeBob movie premiere in New York City. She looked beautiful, but she was showing her panties. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't find
Same. And a bottle of Benadryl.
And yes, there were kids in attendance because, again, this is a kids movie. Jazzy's World was there. She even said a little speech in her panties.
Panties is loose. At least that would cover the rear end. No, this is a thong. She's wearing a thong, like a G-string, in front of kids.
Yeah, enjoy it. I've never seen the film,
enjoy
so
it.
This will be my first time too.
At that point, I feel like she.
Oh my God, where was her publicist? Does she have one? Who read from a cue card? You dumb bitch.
Knew what she was wearing was heavy on inappropriate. I don't know who's on her team, but they all need to be fired because why would y'all allow her to wear this to a kids movie premiere? It's a kid.
To be controversial and also help with the sexualization of our children.
It's SpongeBob, for goddamn it sakes. Can't even curse right. Like, this got me tight. Like, she really does look beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a time and a place for everything. It's SpongeBob. Keep it cute. That's it. Ew.
She could have totally been cute and a little bit sexy and not look. But yet, that is just asking for too much. Do we want to see more on her while I'm trying to find that damn thing? Hold on. Let's watch more. I'll be quiet for a second. When I'm quiet, it means I'm looking for that browser. Here we go.
down with Ice Spice at the SpongeBob movie
we
premiere
go.
because the
I'm looking.
backlash
Hold on,
is
boys.
insane. And honestly, I think it's completely justified. December 17th, 2025 brought a premiere for the SpongeBob movie. Search for SquarePants in New York City, and Ice Spice showed up wearing a $1,500 sheer white blue marine gown that revealed everything underneath. Her bra and underwear sat fully visible through the fabric at a SpongeBob premiere, a movie rated PG for children, which means you can probably see where this is going. Ice Spice wasn't just attending this premiere as some random guest either. She's actually in the movie voicing a character called Ticket Taker, and she recorded an original song for the soundtrack. She's literally there representing a children's film while wearing an outfit where you can see her underwear, which raises some questions like what was she thinking, what was her team thinking, and perhaps most importantly, what was Nickelodeon thinking? 4 days have passed since this premiere as of December 21st, 2025, and Ice Spice hasn't said anything while her management stays silent. And Nickelodeon and
They should
Paramount
be
seems like they're
fired.
pretending the backlash didn't happen at all. You can see the outfit she wore here for yourself. Mermaid silhouette, mesh corset style, bodice,
Can I
very
show the
fancy
other
words for a
browser?
very see-through dress. All of this would be fine at like the Met
if I can
Gala
show this
or a regular
browser.
red carpet event or whatever, but this was a SpongeBob premiere. Photos from this event show her posing with people in SpongeBob
I'm finding the
and
Andrew
Patrick
Tate boys.
costumes,
Hold on.
and she took pictures with a 15-year-old influencer named Jazzy from Jazzy's World. Video exists of her speaking to a room full of children about the movie while wearing this dress. And here's the worst part. Paramount Pictures posted all of these photos on their official social media as promotional material for a children's movie. One Instagram commenter pointed out that even SpongeBob was wearing pants, square pants, but still pants.
He's still wearing
Another
pants,
user
is right.
told her she was taking Bikini Bottom a little too literally. Social media absolutely lost it within hours. Parents were particularly upset, which makes sense. One Twitter user called her outfit inappropriate
Ew,
for
they
a
look
kids
like they're
movie,
kissing.
while another described wearing this to a kids event as actually disgusting. Instagram user at Mick.Jeffa blamed her team for letting her down by dressing her like this for a children's event. One TikTok creator asked a pretty reasonable question about why we're marketing Ice Spice to children in the first place. Like, what has she done in her career that makes selling her to kids a good idea? Ice Spice makes music for adults and built her brand on an adult image, which is fine, but SpongeBob's target audience is children, so this is kind of a weird crossover. Unfortunately, not everyone was mad about this. Defenders argued that red carpet premieres are adult spaces regardless of what the movie is. And others brought up the gender double standard by pointing out that male artists don't
All
get
right, almost
criticized
done.
as much for what they wear. Some placed responsibility on parents, saying they should control what their kids see. And Complex noted that it's not even clear if children attended the actual screening, suggesting it might have been a private event. But here's the thing, she definitely took photos with a 15-year-old at the event, and there's video of her talking to children in the audience, so kids were absolutely—
And they call her beautiful. She's ugly. And she's got a big old square head. Sorry, she's not beautiful. No. Yeah. ECP says, I don't know, because you're not even allowed to criticize what people wear nowadays. It's become, well, the mere fact you think you can't criticize someone is the first problem. I'm not chiding with you, by the way. I'm just saying to people, start criticizing people what they wear, okay? Take some of the authority back from away from people telling you that you can't do something and fucking do it. Go against the grain.
there.
Just don't get arrested.
Now, you might be wondering, why is Ice Spice being involved in a SpongeBob movie in the first place? Back in October 2022, before she was film, she released a song called Bikini Bottom that sampled SpongeBob music. And she's allegedly gone on record saying that SpongeBob is the only animated character she ever had a crush on.
The only animated character.
If you go along with something long enough, you can't complain when it blows up in your face and it gets out of control, right? Yeah, I know. Tell that to the Pride Parade, but you got to start somewhere. Says Revenge. Remember 20 years ago, people got mad that Katy Perry was on Sesame Street and showed a little cleavage? We've come a long way. You are right. That's absolutely correct. I totally forgot about that. It's been so long.
Character I ever had a crush on was like SpongeBob.
Which is information I did not want to know, but now do. Paramount announced her casting at the Annecy International Animation Film Festival in June 2025, and she called it a full circle moment given her existing connection to the franchise. She also made a song for the movie called Big Guy that was produced by
She's
Rita
not
Tusa
worthy
with Lil
to have
Yachty,
half my
and it came
screen.
out on November 14th, 2025.
And she's so look at that. Look at that. She looks like, $20 will get you a good time on the streets. There ain't nothing special there. I'm serious. Look at this. That's beautiful. That's hot. No, man, that's just some makeup and some wigs and crap. She's common as fuck.
As a family-friendly track with no profanity. And this is the part that really gets me because
I don't know what she meant by big guy. What does she mean? I don't know. That is a good question.
2022 Bikini Bottom song has lyrics that are way too inappropriate for this new movie. That's why they had her record a completely different clean song, which means everyone involved knew her regular content doesn't work for.
Could you make her look clean? She looks like you need to scrub her down still and hose her off.
For children. They understood that well enough to commission new music, but somehow nobody thought to have a conversation about what she should wear to the premiere. Make it make sense. Silence from every single person who should be speaking up.
Controversy. My friend Prince. Yes, controversy. All right, let's see if this thing will play this other browser. Because for some reason, when I click stuff, it's going to this Microsoft browser as opposed to the Chrome. So bear with me. How are you guys enjoying the stream today? Let me know what you're thinking. Let's see. Oh my God, it won't let me do it. Will it let me do it? You better let me do it. Wait. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's start with, let's see. Do I like that one? Do I like that one? Let's do this one first. Yes. Fight, boys, fight. I'm not going to get a... Oh, no, don't be just singing. I don't want to get a strike for something or a copyright hit. Come on now. Let me hear. Oh, there we go. What? How many of you actually watched this? We watched a lot of it last night. Video has no audio? The video has no... There's no sound. I can hear it. You can't hear it? How do you not hear it? Trippy, there's no sound at all? Here, I'm going to add you to the stage real quick. There's no sound at all?
No, that's the screen shared type.
Oh!
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
You've been doing wonderfully, though, and you don't really need sound for it. So
I don't really need
I was
sound.
just letting
but,
you know that it wasn't there.
I know, but everybody wants to hear people screaming and doing shit in there. Hold on.
You know, while I'm here, audience, would you guys like to watch me and Star play Grand Theft Auto Online? Because she seems to be kind of against me getting it for her. And she doesn't know that the online is like an ongoing story where your character tries to struggle to become a billionaire.
Possibly.
Oh, good. Okay. Would you play it with me, please? It's like I'm proposing.
What?
I'm
Stop
proposing
that.
with a video game. I'm proposing you play a video game with me.
Well, I am thinking about streaming at least once or twice a week of playing a video game. Okay. Just because I want to try it and see how it works out along with the commentary and the interviews and things I'm going to be doing. So yes, let's see. John says, what? I'm going to say it, but you're a naughty preacher's daughter. Probably get coal for Christmas.
Ooh.
I'm actually not as naughty as you think. I probably got a lower body count than you, baby, but that's okay.
That's the way you say it.
Well, that's the truth. I'm putting you down there now.
Exactly.
Goodbye. Shh, quiet. Back to the stuffing you back in the trunk and the jack in the box where you belong. All right, boys. Here we go. We're gonna redo this one. Remove, and then come on now. Off. Stop. There we go. Here we are. Andrew Tate, and this was, here we go. All right. You can hear this one, right? No, dog, I'm not letting you in. Okay. Can you hear it? Here, I'm gonna share the screen.
Andrew Tate is about to be fighting.
Do you hear it now?
We're right by the ring. This is insane, guys.
Yay! Oh, shit. No. Let that pass for a second, and then I'll turn back on. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Man, I'm getting knocked off his feet a lot. The new GTA is supposed to come out November, I believe it is, of next year. Unfortunately. Tate's trying to stick a move there. Block him, Tate. Come on, Cobra. 1, 2, 1, 2. Come on, baby. 1, 2, 1, 2. Wah. Oh, he's slapping me so good.
The smile faded off his face.
Yeah, bro, he's not smiling no more.
That dork is there. He says, apparently Tate has never fought anyone good when he was kickboxing. You know, I didn't watch many of his past fights because I get bored with kickboxing. I like boxing, and if you can incorporate all of those, then I'm going to watch you. But if you can only do one, I get bored. I'm sorry. Ooh, you got him there on that one. That was a nice little love tap. That was a good little love tap. Could be better. Not legal. Ref, do your job. Exactly. My number one complaint with all these guys who are supposed to be professionals, supposed to know what they're doing. Okay, if they know what they're doing, why are your fucking hands down? You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Boom, boom. Come on. That was not. Ref, do your job. I'd also like to know, why does this younger cat have a nice nose still? If he's a fighter, I mean, I've got my nose rocked. You can't tell from where I'm sitting, but I've had my nose rocked. I can only breathe out of one side of my face, okay? This guy still has a nice nose. What is going on here? He is very stiff here, and he's getting off his feet a lot. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Come on. You can't do head like that. If I had been born a man, I would have went into boxing. Exactly. Wow. Exactly, ECP. What the fuck was that? Exactly. No, thank you, sir. I have enough injuries already, and I don't want to jack my face up anymore. Thank you, no thank you. Yes, I agree with you. Maybe he should stop drinking and smoking all the time, maybe train more. I've also noticed that he's much smaller. I'm thinking he's not doing all of the, steroids and testosterone and stuff as much anymore, probably. Hug it out, baby. Hug it out. Oh. Slap me, Daddy. Hey, all right. Hands are down all the time. He's tired. Tate, you're tired, honey. Go sit down. I told you most martial arts guys are weak on boxing, and if you can get they call it the inside. If you can get into the inside of a lot of those martial arts guys, you can kick their fucking ass. You can rock their socks right off. Seriously, but you got to get on the inside. Yes, queen. Yes, queen. Tate, you're losing some ass back there too, honey. You need to work on your glutes. I'm not as familiar with Muay Thai. I am not. I will be honest with you. I will take your word for it. I will look into it, and maybe I'll put it on here with you guys. Give me the name of somebody to look at, and I will go check them out. Mouth breathers. That's your mug. That was sloppy. Did you see that? Did you try and do that uppercut? That was sloppy. Yes. Thank you. Ah. Headlock. Okay. They're talking to each other. Did you see that? Did you hear him? Oh my gosh, my dog is like screaming and crying at my dog. All right, I'm gonna play this. Give me a second. I won't stop. She's gonna peel the paint off. Hold on. And his Bugatti. Road King versus. Okay, thank you. I'll check it out. He's like, I'm done. Can I go sit this one out now, please? The gay guy with the pink gloves got you, buddy. He did. Man bun got him. I can still do the ring girl thing. I can Do it. Did they really? Are you playing with me? Spittle, they started sanctioned fight for old people now. Did they really? Hands up. Yeah, take another one to the face. Oh my God. There you go. There you go. He's too tired. He's too fucking tired. He's too tired. He goes once and he's done. 1, 2, 1, 2. Like, come on, speed bag his head.
Come on, let's go.
He's done.
Let's go, Chase.
And in better shape. Tate, you're 40, honey. Where's all that testosterone and stuff, huh? You ain't done yet. But he is after this, I bet. There you go. Oh, and stop. Oh, he's done. His knees are weak as hell. Did you see that? About ready to go out from underneath him.
And still, the Misfits Boxing Heavyweight Champion of the World.
Tate, I'm so sorry for you. The pimp. He just doesn't got what it takes anymore. Let's go sit down, honey. Retire. What's this one? This is 10-minute one. Wait. Where's the other one? Here's where they make up. Let's do the one where they make up, and then we'll start all going to bed because we got New Year's Eve tomorrow, right? I still got presents I have to wrap too. Let's see. Hold on. Give me a second. So, by the way, what are you guys going to be doing for Christmas Eve? And are you going to all spend time with your families? You got girlfriends? You got wives? What's going on? No? Maybe? Possibly? All right, let's feature this one, and then we'll call it an evening, huh? Let's see what he has to say. Whoops, it's just going.
All the respect to the world to this man. This man literally pulled me out of a suicide, man. I was going to kill myself after that first fight. And this man works every single day on his podcast. Told me to fight through that shit, man. I don't care what anybody says about this guy. He's a fucking legend.
He's a legend.
Thank you so much.
He's a legend in his own mind.
I have all the respect in the world to this man.
Okay, Tate. With all the respect in the world.
I was going to kill myself after that first fight. And this man works every single day on his podcast. Told me to fight through that shit, man. I don't care what anybody says about this guy. He's a fucking legend.
Oh, he's crying. Aw. Like father and son almost. That was sweet. I hope the payday was good, Tate. I think you should retire or buy your next fight. Do something, honey. At least don't retire on a defeat. Get somebody in worse shape than you. It'll work out just fine. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed your time with me. I enjoyed my time with you. I hope you all have a great Christmas. If you're depressed, don't be. The sun will come up tomorrow. The grass is still green and the sun is still warm. Tomorrow is another day. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. I want to thank all of you. And remember, if you've been lurking about, to like and to subscribe. Lots and lots more will be coming. Yes, indeedy. I'm still going to put out that album this coming year too. Yes, I will be singing. You'll get a little sample in the next couple of weeks too. It'll be fun. It'll be great. In the words of Donald, it'll be wonderful. It'd be great. So come on and check it out. I want you to know that I appreciate you all, and I hope that you are all going to stay safe and blessed, and God bless all of you. From your host, Star Nova, from School of Thought, and all of those who helped me, from Trippy to Self-Made and many, many others, we say thank you, and welcoming in 2026. Here she comes. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.